Good afternoon and a very warm welcome to everyone present here to the second day of Epsilon 2022. My name is Prithvi Pujari, Membership Development Officer at IEEE SIESGST.
And I am Mrinal Kondekar, Creative Head at IEEE SIESGST. With the successful completion of yesterday's fascinating session under the CS track, we are sure that the attendees were awestruck after having a brief introduction to the world of cybersecurity.
Definitely, Mrunal. And now we are back with an intriguing workshop based on the exact same domain. In 21 Hacker Street, the attendees will be taught to use different tools in order to prevent and investigate cybercrime.
The workshop will go on for 90 minutes, after which we'll be providing a link to submit a project that will be based on today's workshop. Not to forget, there will be a deadline to submit the given task. The due date to submit the project is on 15th August 11:59 p.m. IST. Each action is worth a certain number of points, so in order to compete on the scoreboard, make sure that you participate to move up the ladder. With that being said, let us move on forward with the session.
So I hope you all are excited just as much as we are. Without any further ado, let us welcome Dr. Deepak Kumar. He is a senior digital forensic and cyber intelligence professional and has been working on several consulting and investigating projects specializing in academia, corporates, national and international law enforcement organizations.
Hello, sir. We're glad to be in your presence today and are excited for the workshop.
Hello, sir.
I'm audible.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much, Jai Hind. Well, let me share my screen.
Yes.
Just confirm me whether you can able to see my screen.
Not yet, sir.
Hello.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Your screen is visible.
Okay. Thank you once again to all the participants who are watching me through this platform. Thank you, Ashukali, and thank you the team who invited me here. The topic today is basically on cyber crime intelligence, OSINT, open source intelligence, and all. But the concern here is like this is specifically for the students who are actually working in college, studying in college, basically. Apart from that, like those who are actually professional into this domain, they may have some sort of ideas, which is I'll try to convey from this session. As we know that cyber is a very emerging thing,
Sorry
and
to
different companies,
interrupt you,
different.
sir, but your voice is breaking.
Hello. Kindly confirm, is it fine or not? Hello.
So you're still
Sir,
not
it's still
audible.
the same.
Still breaking.
Hello. Shall I proceed? Hello. Okay. Shall I continue? Please confirm.
So your voice is still not proper.
Okay. So let me continue again. Maybe there's some issue as well. So the topic is again on the cybercrime intelligence as well, cyber OC open source intelligence. So the concern is like here we trying to cover some sort of things which is actually required. What kind of tools are important? What kind of operations are important to gather information from internet or through sort of tools which is publicly available,
Sir,
and what is the
there's still
misconception
a
pertaining
problem with
to.
your mic, sir.
Just one second. Now confirm me. Fine. Hello.
Yes, sir, you're
Yes.
audible.
Sorry for the technical issue, right? So let me show again. Just one second. Now fine.
Yes, sir.
Hello. Yeah. Well, continue with the same. So the topic is again on the things like use of CTI in cyber investigations and open source intelligence. So first of all, I would like to add something here from the experience of my, which is gone through different engagements as well. Still, there's a misconception again here. Any tool can give any information. Like even if you see from a board perspective or law enforcement perspective or a college perspective, wherever, so they have a misconception like a tool can provide entire information, just like if somebody want to hack someone's Facebook or someone's account of anything, so that is their kind of thing. Like if you add some sort of username or email ID of that person, or if you want to track a person or trace a person through the email ID or through the number. So the question here is like how we like a citizen can able to get information through internet or through these things. Is it really important that key the application which is available on Google Play Store or maybe on internet or any website, those they claim that yes they can give information, they can provide the location of the person, or if you want to do some sort of activity to track, is that possible or not? So there are various things. So understanding these situations and these concern and these technical fundamental thing, that is really important. So the thing is what, like nowadays now situations people or the students basically they're not focusing on the things. So here with some sort of the additional input or additional pointers or uh, the importance of this OSINT or what exactly is OSINT, open source intelligence, or different intelligence are there, that is going to be covered. So let's see some sort of news which is already available on internet, like how OSINT help. You can see like from the education perspective, from the college perspective, from the defense, national security, or any sort of activities. This kind of basically vertical or a skill that's really help. So when you see like how hackers use open source intelligence against enterprises. So these are some news where they have claimed that if you want to do any bug bounty, bug hunting, if you want to do any penetration testing against any enterprise or any company or any organization, even though if you want to track or if you want to find the details of a person through internet, like suppose your name is XYZ and Deepak Kumar or any person, so you can check with your name, with your handle, with your email ID, with your phone number, what exactly information which is available on internet. That thing tells everything like in public place what is available. But same thing, same information, same intelligence, if any person use or misuse for their personal concern or for any cyber issues or crime issues or hacking issues, or maybe he misuse for a technical thing, so that is again a big subject here. So these are some information. Similarly, every district have to get a cyber cell social media lab. So those who are actually preparing or understanding or learning anything pertaining to OSINT. So running a tool that is not the actual OSINT. I mean running a tool, finding that information, using that information, and converting that information in actionable intelligence as well. That information intelligence connecting with a case or linkage with that particular incident. That is actual real things. So nowadays, what is happening here? Like when you
Sir, sorry to interrupt, but
any tool,
sir, your voice is
yeah,
breaking
please.
again.
Kindly confirm others as well, like the chat box. If anybody having the same issue, like I mean, you having this particular, please kindly confirm.
So, yeah, there's an issue from your side, sir. Your voice is breaking.
Okay. Okay. So here, like another example for the same, like the capital riot highlighted the value and pitfalls of the crowdsourced OSINT. Even OSINT can give good information, sometimes like to find the trend, what is happening on internet. Like yesterday, a very famous comedian Raju Srivastava, there was a issue, there was a news, there was a concern which was, in Twitter, hashtag trend was there. So sometimes this kind of news, fake news, real news, bad news is also trending through these open source or social media platforms.
So sorry to
Sometimes
interrupt. Is it possible to change your mic because your voice is breaking?
just 1 second. Hello, now fine. Hello.
Yeah, now it's audible.
Yeah, now it's audible. Now is this okay? Please confirm me.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yes.
Okay, there's issue from my side actually. Anyways, I'm really sorry for the same. Again, the same thing which I was talking about, the international issue. Even though you can see through this open source intelligence pertaining to the war between two countries, as well recent from China and Taiwan as well. So there are various propaganda, various things are there. So my concern through this session is not only from the academic perspective, this OSINT or open source intelligence is important. Sometimes these information also relate with your national security or cyber security perspective of the things. So what is happening here? When you talk, when you learn, when you understand exactly the power of open source intelligence, it's mean that you know exactly what kind of tools is fine, what kind of websites are they can help in this one. If suppose any solution is there to give good information, so that is there. So you see again the new ocean operation to get foreign students out of Ukraine. Open source intelligence help, I mean, the future perspective, how companies, big giants like Variant, Micro Focus, Record Future, Expert System, Sale, XYZ. So these are their trending things. They also claiming that yes, things can be work out and this is the future thing. And again, when you talk about the major key players, so still, if suppose you want to know exactly what things are there which is happening in this, so you can also check through the websites, through their survey, through their webinars basically, or through their newsletters as well. So these are the importance of the things against the same thing. Sometime you can take your information, like you want to visit some place, or you want to go some place, you want to do some sort of research articles, or you want to explore something, so you usually take a help of Google. Again, the question here is like normal searching or through a smart searching, there's a difference basically. So how open source or with the help of Google Doc or with the help of different mechanism, how you can get a good refined or a correct or curative or actionable information, that is the power of these things. Similarly, social links hosting top business priority for this information. Even though big companies, they try to gather or collect the reviews, those information with the help of this. So again, any information, any intelligence, any data which is publicly available, that is a open source or crowdsource, or you can say open information, OSINT basically, which is you can say. And similarly, there are various experts and learners or researchers are there, they're trying to get information through these things. Like suppose you can take example of a Twitter, a handle called the Shipyard 2. They have published some sort of information pertaining to that war view. So there they have seen like Russian Navy roles in war, exactly what information which is being leaked by or hacked by or intruded by some sort of hackers, and then they publicly upload these things on some platform. So that is the question, like how they got this information. So here a kind of attacking through the vulnerabilities, exploiting the vulnerabilities, or you can say any misconfigured content or cloud information where they can get juicy information, then they publish those things. Maybe they purchase some information from insiders. So always remember, it's not all about the digitally connected environment. Sometime offline attacks and these hybrid attacks are also important, where physically you can say insider, a person maybe working in some sort of companies, or a person may be working in some sort of engagement, and maybe accidentally or deliberately by him or her like leaked some information. Or maybe you can say honey trap, as a honey trap or set up honey pot kind of thing, where with the help of social engineering tactics they got this information. So again the question is like information, then it goes to public domain, and then this is there. Remember, this is not only for use in an offensive perspective. Sometimes or maximum times you can see a company having, an organization having a cyber threat hunting, cyber threat intelligence, or incident response. So suppose I'm telling you, if any ransomware came in market, for example, and that is targeting to some sort of Microsoft Exchange servers, or you can say a Citrix server or a Citrix firewall basically. So the information done by some sort of researcher or publicly learner something, and maybe he posted something on Twitter, and sitting at here at your place, maybe you'll get those information through that medium, like social media medium called Twitter. So that information you can take and you can use that information to prevent, or it's like an early warning for your company or for your organization. So sometimes this kind of information also help. So that information called as a TLP, we have to define like a traffic light protocol as well. So question here is, हम जब कोई information share करते हैं online offline, तो यह depend करता है कि exactly वह content है किसका. Let's take example in very simple manner. Suppose somebody found some sort of vulnerability. So some person found vulnerability against the government of any XYZ country. So here who is exact entity or organization जिसको हमें report करना चाहिए. So rather than reporting to that particular entity organization, we are trying to share in some sort of community, in some group. Maybe in that group some person is taking as a negative, maybe he misused that exploit or vulnerability or that trick or the lead. So this is a wrong. So sending information or reporting information or disseminating to concerned authority or these things, that is really important. Second, hence the information was available on Twitter, it's mean ये public है, सभी लोग उसको access कर सकते हैं. So sometimes that is not a right medium, like where you exposing those all things. And very important, like sometimes where you want to report, they are not responding, and maximum time ये होता है. So trying to find the alternate way or find some other concerned second person where he or she can able to transmit that information or convey or relay that information to concerned authority, rather again sending things on publicly. So these are some fundamental things and etiquettes which is required, where if suppose any lead information or any tip line you can say which is being shared by the same thing. So various news are there, I mean don't jumping on these things. And even though crypto perspective crimes are also there, and I'm telling you nowadays crypto, for investigating crypto issues, 99% things are completely depend on open source. I mean tools may provide some sort of information in terms of like which particular company is there and exchange is there, but again that public forum, that is the power, like they can provide these all information. So these are the things, and again you can Google, you can check what things are there which is available onto the same thing. Like if you Google about the OSINT thing, frameworks and all, news and all, you will have things like this is the news again, OSINT perspective, 12 resource. I just put OSINT over here and Google Flashpoint acquires EcoSec system. When you read about EcoSec system, then you go to exactly what EcoSec system do, and they have client what public information they do have. Similarly, how internet expose celebrity volunteer soldier, like see, this is also a news which is available there, and seasons are there with the same thing. OSINT in actions, what is OSINT similarly? So let's see one simple concern, like a very good blog from OSINT, like again to understanding in a very simple term, anything which is it is the act of gathering and analyzing publicly available data, gathering and analyzing publicly available data for intelligence purpose. What exactly is intelligence purpose? Suppose you got a data in very in random manner, like suppose you got the data of any data leak. You take example of like Big Basket for example. So what happened here, they have a data which contains email ID, addresses, IP addresses, name or date or that password in hash, salted hash basically. So what is happening there, sometimes maybe a hacker is keen about, or intruder, I'm not saying a hacker basically, they're the smartest person basically, but when you talk about the intruder or the person who the state sponsored something, maybe that person can take all the active email IDs, and there he or she can able to do a phishing attack or spear phishing attacks. So suppose he will share like there's offer against come in big basket or xyz something like that, so definitely people will think yes, this is email ID I'm using big basket. So creating a template, sending phishing link, if that phishing link contains sort of malicious attachment where it can install some sort of payload to collect information, or maybe it can create a fake page to collect credentials. I think those days are gone regarding the credentials part. Nowadays they try to take the data from the machine, basically that is the CNC creation or model creation. So this is there. So sometimes these information may be misused by hackers as well. Crowdsourcing data, you are thinking कि मैंने तो कहीं information leak ही नहीं किया, मैंने तो कहीं login ही नहीं किया, मैंने तो कुछ दिया नहीं. So there are myriad ways where somebody can take information for the same thing. Similarly, you can see it can be used for various है. ये कंपनीज काफ़ी कंपनीज यूज़ कर सकती हैं, कॉलेजेस भी यूज़ कर सकते हैं, डिफरेंट क्रिटिकल इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर्स डोमेन्स भी हैं. देयर आर different and ample places where it can be used for the same thing. What it contain various things. Suppose आपके एग्जाम्स होने हैं तो कोई सर्कुलर आपको एग्जाम कोई ऐसी इन्फॉर्मेशन होती है जो पब्लिकली आती है. सो द फॉर्मेट जनरली इट इज़ इन PDF फॉर्मेट, EPUB, EPUB format or different. So searching and dumping and finding information through the website, if you know the extension .pdf, so sometimes it may help cite and colon that the website name space file type PDF or something. So it will give or populate those information which is in PDF format pertaining to that website. So sometimes this is easy way to dump the credentials or information. Using that information, listen, this is the information, and now in that information you have to find the juicy things. It could be email ID, it could be name of the person, it could be phone number, it could be things. That is intelligence. Misusing of these things for same thing, that is Intel part. Intel, if Intel is actionable, then that is something. Like suppose somebody is claiming that there could be an attack on so and so place, so it's mean that they might got some sort of input or information, but when happen, where happen, which place it will be happen, and what time it going to be. So that is the intelligence. तो इंटेलिजेंस ज़रूरी नहीं कि वेबसाइट या इस तरह की डिजिटल मीडियम से कनेक्टेड इन्वायरमेंट से हो. समटाइम्स it can be through a human intelligence, basically like a person. So how active you are in community, how active you are in society, how active you are in like different offline mechanism, that is really important. So sometimes maybe somebody is not sharing information on Google or Facebook or XYZ, maybe he or she is sharing information through WhatsApp or Telegram or Signal or different chipwire or any Discord application. So trust is the utmost important thing in this OSINT domain, rather you searching and random information through internet. So this is the prime concern which is required. So let's jump with the today's session, which is again about the power of information or the things which is there. I'm repeating the same thing about the data, and one of my very old and repeating the same thing because this is really powerful. Just take example like if you posted something on Instagram or maybe on Facebook and maybe on your status. So status on WhatsApp, like it could be for 24 hours like that. Maybe somebody take a screenshot, then he or she keep something for future purposes, to hack or to deface or to defame or to do for anything. Maybe you post something on Instagram, there are several websites those who scrap those information on real time. Then you can delete something. You may post something on Twitter or or anywhere. So simple, me and that person. A person could be so my name is Deepak, second person name is suppose anything, for example Swati. So I'm chatting with Swati. Simply the data would be in three places. One, me at my inbox, second on the server of that entity, third in the inbox of Swati, and the fourth is again there, that is simply maybe a company or any third party who is scrapping the data. So these informations, these intel may be misused or going for different tactics. So the concern here is, if any information or document have been posted online, the genie is of the bottle basically. So remember always, nothing is free. If we find something, everything is logged everywhere, logged. So if you search anything on Google, And you see, like if suppose I want to use a simple concept like I mean the browser perspective again, if I use incognito mode for example, so again it will say what you can read. You can read Chrome won't save following information like your browsing history, your cookies, your this Chrome is an application, a browser, but that information can be still available, might be visible to website you visit, I mean your employer, school, your internet service provider. So maybe there is a firewall, maybe there is a router, there is a DLP SIM tools, they can see exactly what you're going to visit. Many people using VPN as well. Again VPN, they having a server, they having DNS, they also log something. Block third party cookies. Remember that add-ons are there. Suppose if I'm saying add-ons, these are the add-ons which is available. See, these are the number of add-ons which is publicly available. The question here is like add-ons can also save or harvest the information of the user. That's what sometimes these add-ons, these things are again a big concern for the security information. You remember that एक बार एक पासवर्ड आपका पासवर्ड जो कैप्चर सेव करता है वही अकाउंट वही एड-ऑन्स के डेटा हैक हुए थे जहाँ पे सारे credentials जो थे सारे वो लीक हुए थे. So that is the thing. So remember again the power of OSINT. So start with the things again. First we should know those who are into cyber security domain, open source domain. OSINT again, I'm telling you it's a skill set. This is not a kind of thing like if a person who is a non-technical, maybe she or he is a HR. Again he or she have to find that she or he got some sort of email, and he have to find that email genuine है कि नहीं. Website is real. अब IRCTC website है, and if anybody want to know exactly which is the legit website of IRCTC, so that is the fundamental thing. So doing online, finding research something and evaluating or identifying exactly, that is also art. That is also part of cybersecurity and the part of cyber netiquette. So OSINT again through online, through finding these, this is one. When you see this graph, this is a mind map. I'm repeating again to all the students, even though first of all expertise comes with your experience, your knowledge, your experiencing into 1, 2, 3, 4 multiple domains, not from one domain. And when you see like different verticals, so find yourself which is suitable for you. You can see that is vertical.
Excuse me, sir.
Hello.
Your voice is breaking. Your voice is breaking, sir.
Can I join again? Like can I disconnect this? Then again I join.
Yes, sir. You can do that. Yes, sir. You can do that.
I'm joining again, right? Kindly confirm. Hello. I'm audible.
Yes,
Please
sir, you're
confirm me.
audible.
Hello. Okay, let me share again. I'm audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible,
Yes,
sir.
sir, you are audible, sir.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, please. Yeah, please continue. Okay, sorry again. There's a technical issue from my side. I'm reconnected again. I was talking about the mind map about the cyber security over here, and that is just for fundamental concern. Like everybody should know exactly which domain they are belonging to, what kind of study they want to initiate. Similarly, again, things are connected in the cybercrime perspective, OSINT perspective, and forensics
Sir,
perspective.
your voice is
And
still
crime is a
breaking.
hello.
Yes, sir.
I'm still the issue is there from my side again.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not
there
able
are
to.
issues from your side.
Again, I mean, uh, hello.
Yes, sir. There is some sort of disturbance from your side. Can you try changing the mic, sir, if it's possible for you?
Yeah, exactly. So again, like, mm, hello. Now confirm me, please. Hello. Is
Yeah,
it
sir,
fine?
you're audible. Yeah, it's fine.
I did actually again like okay. Now is this fine?
Yeah, sir. You're loud.
Hello.
You're loud.
अब आ रही है आवाज? I'm really sorry for the same. Really, anyways. So let's move ahead. These are some fundamental things which I have covered. Moving ahead, like the investigation perspective again. The question here is like OSINT. How OSINT play a role here in any investigation? Remember, uh, being as a student or being as a analyst or researcher, when you're trying to help any law enforcement agencies, so generally it is like an attribution of something. Like when you find some information and when you trying to link that information, you are doing actually analysis. You are doing research. You are doing attribution. So the power things is basically with LEAs. They are the things basically they are doing the investigation things which is here. So the question here is like again while initiating any sort of investigation or crime or OSINT perspective. First of all,
Sir,
remember
I'm
like
sorry to
incident
interrupt you again, but there is issue from your side. Your voice is breaking again and again.
can we do one thing? Can we take 5 10 minute break? Then we can reset again, and then we can hear these things.
Okay, sir. Sorry for the interruption, everyone. Sir is facing some sort of a technical issue from his side. We'll be resuming the session in a few minutes.
Hi, please confirm me once again. I just joined, I reconnected again. Is it working or not? अभी आपको मेरी आवाज़ आ रही है?
हाँ जी, आ रही है सर।
अब क्लियर है?
क्लियर है, क्लियर है।
Shall we proceed?
यस सर।
Yes.
Okay, fine. Please. Okay, fine. Please. Okay, fine. So let's connect again. I think there's a platform. I think there's an issue with the platform, maybe because I'm getting messages from everywhere. Things are fine sometimes, but again, anyways, let's continue again. What is important over here? Apart from that, if things are lagging, I'll share this the presentation again with the authority as well. They may share things with you.
Yes.
Anyway, so here I was talking about. Kindly confirm, is that fine right now? Please,
Yes
once
sir।
again.
Yes. Yes.
I'm again sorry so much. I'm really embarrassed for the same. Again, here we're talking about the conducting of any investigation or analysis with the help of OSINT here. Nowadays, I'm telling you, in maximum companies and in law enforcement agencies, there's a huge requirement of this kind of skill set, which should be practically oriented or operational oriented, basically. So first, we should know about the incident, exactly what happened. If I'm talking about any activity which is linked with sextortion or pornographic content, or maybe data breach or data leak, or maybe anything which is blackmailing on internet or on WhatsApp or on different medium. So question here is the modus operandi is important over here. The way, like how any crime has been happened or happening or taking place. So if you know exactly about the data breach, so a person who actually working in investigating website based hacking, so if he has done any hack earlier, or maybe he has imparted any role over there to hack something, or maybe he know exactly the tactics of updating or finding vulnerabilities, finding the services and versions, and trying any exploit or any sort of code to get into their servers, again uploading any shell or get access through shell and pivoting through one machine to other machine and dumping credentials. So these tactics in a practical or fundamental manner, if a person know, then only he or she can able to find the actual concern. Otherwise this may not help. So that is one, that is the potential suspect and what exactly happened, root cause, that is important. Second, what crimes, what incident has been committed, that is again the things कि एग्जैक्टली हुआ क्या एंड उसमें क्या लॉस हो सकता है. और सिमिलरली when it was happened, that when were the crimes committed और कब हो रहा है, कब हुआ, basically that is the questions are there, that things also have to be found. Little bit LEA perspective here I have added because you supposed to think for a company perspective, like you into threat hunting and you maybe work with a manufacturing company, so there is also important to dump anything so that information comes in your area or not. So the limited jurisdiction is also important कि साइबर क्राइम या साइबर इंसिडेंट बेसिकली किस सब्जेक्ट में है, स्टेट पर्सपेक्टिव में है, कहाँ पे है. एंड सिमिलरली व्हाट एविडेंस डू वी नीड टू कलेक्ट. You think yourself, like suppose any incident happened in terms of ransomware, so if you don't know exactly what kind of information do you require apart from the email ID, apart from the encrypted document or data, and that basically what do you say, the amount, what exactly they are asking, or as a revenge or as a ransom, basically which platform they are using, what amount of amount they are using, which variant is that ransomware. So if that is not understand by or that person or the investigator or the researcher, then things are not in right place. Even though, where might the physical and digital evidence be located? That is also a big question for a person specific. Like, if suppose any information you need to acquire, so you're going to crime scene. But if the hacker is working remotely and if the intruder has done something through internet, so then what things are there? So if you remember the answers of these questions, and again you need to do some sort of analysis. So that is the thing. So suppose Deepak Kumar did something on internet, he posted something on internet again, and then LEA perspective, if LEA is trying to find information through the phone number, so maybe that Deepak Kumar not use phone number, he may use WhatsApp calling. So sometimes that information is very important to know on what medium, what kind of places generally he is active, she is active, and that can be taken through public source or crowdsource information. So these information sometimes help. So again, through those who are understanding the cybercrime or you say threat intelligence part, repeating again, intelligence always help to the company. And if you take a real example, I told you a few days back or yesterday's session, like there was a incident happened on Indian Oil, that Assam based thing. So similarly, what happened, of course, if you see open source platform, you have seen that some sort of information which is publicly leaked in month of January. So suppose if any information can be taken for a good cause, for a defensive purposes, so that can be really work out. So early warning through internet, through open source platform or information, that is help out. So here, if somebody is asking about the evidence and the knowledge, so evidence based knowledge that help to prevent and to mitigate, so that information you can use for the practical purpose and for the thing. So before wasting time with this theoretical portion, just go through with some pointers like what is data. Data is really important. Similarly, when you comparison with the information with data intelligence, that is there. So when you see the graphical representation over here in the slide, data and then assorted data, then arranged in properly manner, then visually presented, that is one, and then explain with a story. So sometimes that information how you present, that is important. Like yesterday only, if you see, there are viral news related to some sort of engagement, but when you see the entire narrative, then the thing is completely different. So understanding the entire narrative, understanding things. So suppose if I'm telling you one situation, like if any video is viral on Twitter and you need to locate exactly, so simply technological advancement is there, maybe you're not able to find the origination. And suppose you take somebody saying like if any WhatsApp video has been forwarded through multiple places, so think practically, if Deepak Kumar sent something in one group and he even sent to that person, maybe person name is Ashok for example, so sending that video to Ashok one, sending that video to group, so again you never know exactly even after Ashok forwarded the same video to which group, and second maybe from that group some person maybe re-forwarded again. So that is the chain. So practically that is the reality. But finding, then you have to do analysis of all the 256 users, or nowadays there are many users in WhatsApp group as well. Even though you need to check in the WhatsApp sent item of that Ashok as well. So this is the practical thing. So sometime through WhatsApp it's not possible, but maybe from Twitter, maybe from different, there's a chain. The chain is publicly. So that chain you need to identify exactly that video has been propagated or sent through or publicly viral through which medium. So what do you need? You need data. If no data, you will not get the actual information. If you have a curative and a high data, a big data basically, then you can able to do sort of analytics with the help of different AI, ML and different things there. So that is the things which is the power of the data. Now moving ahead, these are the anonymization, these are the issues which is not the part of this session. Again, you should understand the types of the OSINT basically, like type of the threat intelligence which is there. So SOT is there, SOTT basically. SOT is strategic, O for operational, T for technical, T for tactical. So things are there where different people have different players are there. Now thing, if you take example, maybe you're good into bug hunting, maybe you're good into SQLi, and you are good into finding vulnerabilities in exploiting only the web application based servers, different, but maybe not good into fuzzing and not into API testing or maybe application based something. So acquiring knowledge of from the different domain, that is the important thing. So doing OSINT may be good into Google Doc. So I'm telling you, the best tool is itself a Google. If you know how to use Google properly, you don't need anything. But again, to do automation, to do filtering and sorting, or to do analytics, then we create some sort of platform, a framework that may help additionally as an add-on. But OSINT perspective, things are publicly available and you should know where you can get. Let's take example in very practical manner. Suppose you live in Gujarat or maybe you live in Delhi. You know that if you want to purchase a watch, which shop, which kind of market, or which mall, or which particular studio or XYZ place is good. So that homework you have done because you practically experienced that place. So similarly online, there are plenty and lakhs of websites are there. If somebody asks, tell me any good marketplace on dark web, or maybe any good website which can give information. So until unless if you yourself not practically experienced to that website or to that application, how could you say that this is good? Like if somebody say yes, Maltigo acha hai, Maltigo acha hai. What is Maltigo? There the transforms are there. The entire engine is transformed. If there is no transforms paid or commercial or free, then there's waste basically. So ground level knowledge and practical knowledge and getting information, that is the reality of the tools, the things which we're going to use through this platform. So again here sort is there, which is required. It's not required a technical expertise sometimes. Strategic officer, they just focus on the strategy, like अगर ये data leak होता है तो हमारा shares down हो सकता है, हमारा क्या हो सकता है. But he is not bothered about the 0 day. He may not bother about exactly what information you have found, what effort you had made. They may be focused on the commercial and business perspective. But sometime maybe threat hunter got to know that कि sir this vulnerability is exposing in various AD, or maybe ये बहुत ज़्यादा viral हो सकता है. So sometimes these things are also there with the help of those things. So it is also pray an eyes on the updates which is there to the platform. I explained about the TLP part. Like TLP is very important. It's simple. In simple term आप ये समझिए कि कोई एक ऐसी information generally जो आप मतलब एक तरीके से शेयर करते हैं. जैसे कोई इन्फॉर्मेशन है जो आप सबसे शेयर नहीं करते हैं किसी स्पेसिफिक रीज़न से, तो यू डिफाइन एंड यू सेग्रीगेट एंड यू बेसिकली कैटेगराइज दैट इन्फॉर्मेशन कि ये बहुत सीक्रेट है, कॉन्फिडेंशियल है, या फिर बहुत ही कॉन्फिडेंशियल है. So similarly here in threat intelligence or open source intelligence, basically if any information you have been found, maybe that information you want to share with specific person, so that information, the manner and the categorization, the severity, that's actually TLP. So that is a traffic light protocol generally we can say. And when we say कि सपोज करिए न्यूज़ आया किसी वेबसाइट में कि ऐसा कुछ हैक हुआ, सपोज, सो दैट इन्फॉर्मेशन इज नाउ पब्लिक, सो दैट इज़ अ वाइट एंड दैट ग्रीन TLP. बट कुछ इन्फॉर्मेशन होते हैं जो स्पेसिफिक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन लेवल तक ही होते हैं और हाईली कॉन्फिडेंशियल होते हैं. सो समटाइम दैट लीगेसी इन्फॉर्मेशन, दैट स्पेसिफिकली गवर्नमेंट और एनी प्राइवेट सेक्टर कंपनी इन्फॉर्मेशन जो उस कंपनी तक ही सीमित है, बेसिकली दैट थिंग इज़ आल्सो देयर. सो दैट इज़ द वे. सो सपोज आई एम टेलिंग यू, you found one vulnerability and you're not reporting to XYZ, you're reporting only to CERT India, to me only. So that is a red TLP, means one to one. But again you're reporting to one to many, like you अपने दीपक को भी कर दिया, अपने XYZ को भी कर दिया, सब, तो आपको पता नहीं कि वो इन्फॉर्मेशन और आगे कितनी जा सकती है, तो वो अब रेड नहीं रही, वो अब एम्बर हो गई. मतलब सिंपल भाषा में समझने की जो सिचुएशंस हैं. अगेन इंडिकेटर्स, आप ये समझिए कि अटैक होने वाला है. अटैक कौन करेगा? ऑनलाइन होगा, ऑफलाइन होगा? ऑनलाइन होगा. सेकेंड, ऑनलाइन अगर होता है तो किस वेबसाइट पे होगा? क्राउन ज्वेल्स क्या है, किस डोमेन पे हो सकता है? अटैक का मीडियम क्या हो सकता है? वेबसाइट बेस्ड, एप्लीकेशन बेस्ड, मोबाइल एप्लीकेशन बेस्ड, SMS बेस्ड, या नॉर्मली वो डेटा डंप कर चुका है और डिफेसमेंट करेगा. मतलब देयर आर थिंग्स. सो कंसर्न हियर इज indicators are always important to know. That is called IOC, and that is indicator of compromises. So here, like what exactly you need 3 areas, where first email ID you should know, with the phone numbers, photo details. If you know the photo, maybe you can extract information through the photo. Maybe through the photo, you remember there are various case studies where there's a case study on Buscador, through the help of those OS as well, and some sort of community, they found some information through the cap of the beer bottle, and they got to know exactly किस शिप में था वो और ये कौन सी पार्टी कहाँ चल रही थी, सिर्फ बियर के बोतल के ढक्कन से, because the brand over there. Sometime any image or any visual can give some sort of good information and geolocation perspective, metadata perspective. ध्यान देने की बात यह है कि समटाइम्स इफ़ यू शेयर एनी इन्फॉर्मेशन थ्रू व्हाट्सएप, तो व्हाट्सएप में जब आप शेयर करते हो तो आप क्यों बोलते हैं कि मुझे डॉक्यूमेंट फॉर्मेट में वो दीजिए, आई मीन इमेज दीजिए, आप नॉर्मल क्यों नहीं मांगते? बिकॉज आपकी क्वालिटी जो होती है, तो क्वालिटी पे आप फोकस करते हैं, बट सम टाइम दैट एक्चुअल इमेज में कंटेन मेटा डेटा। मेटा डेटा मतलब फ़ोन में आप सेटिंग में देखते हैं जियो लोकेशन इनेबल डिसेबल पूछता है, कैप्चर्ड बाय होम या XYZ, सम टाइम इट में आल्सो फ्रेम रेट क्या है और डिफरेंट अदर एट्रीब्यूट्स, दिस इज कॉल्ड मेटा डेटा. So sometimes you download any information of any Angel Priya or on Facebook, sometimes maybe you won't get those things. If you search about anything which is publicly any model or any XYZ influencer, maybe you'll get in different place. So those reverse engineering of that image is actually help through the basically the quality of the image, the content of the image, as well the metadata of the image. So just like reverse I, tine, Yandex and different invid different things are there which may help for the reverse analysis of that image. Second is indicator like ID card. सपोज रमेश ने कॉल किया केरला में, दीपक को कॉल किया हिंदुस्तान के किसी भी कोने में, बट हुआ क्या, वो नंबर्स ने एक ही यूज़ किया. कहीं रमेश बन के बात कर रहा है, कहीं राहुल बन के बात कर रहा है, कहीं रक्षित बन के बात कर रहे हैं, कहीं XYZ बन के बात कर रहे हैं. क्वेश्चन यहाँ पे ये है कि इफ सपोज ही मेकिंग अ कॉल बट द कॉमन एंटिटी इज वो द नंबर, so from number only it can analyze and can check exactly that number belongs to what. So verification through online, through police, through CAF, through SDR, through different then it can help. So second part is different क्यों verify करने, but first part is analysis through OSINT or through different things. So similarly other indicators are there, SMS, video and audio things that is there. OSINT also play in leaks of those information. Remember जो हैकर्स होते हैं दो तरह के होते हैं, वो सबको पता है. एक जो है जो कहते हैं कि हम हैकर्स हैं, और एक है जो जिन्हें दुनिया कहती है वो आप हैकर्स हैं. सो क्लेम्ड समथिंग दैट इज़ सेपरेट थिंग. सो व्हाट इज़ हैपनिंग हियर, स्मार्टनेस तभी होती है जब जिसका कोई अस्तित्व ही ना हो, जो मतलब इनविजिबल हो बिल्कुल, जिसको हम कहते हैं कि दिस इज़ कम्प्लीटली एनोनिमस. इफ़ यू आर एनोनिमस एंड पुटिंग योर फोटो, व्हाट काइंड ऑफ एनोनिमस यू आर, व्हाट काइंड ऑफ एनोनिमिटी यू आर मेंटेनिंग. सो दैट इज़ नॉट द रियल थिंग. Here, example how any cartel has, how any things are running and how OSINT will help to figure out. एक ही word है that is called linkage thing basically. Linkaging of the information between two, that may help for the OSINT part. So one is called what? You can see a shop. जैसे आप न्यूज़ पढ़ते हैं ना कि एक कॉल सेंटर पकड़ा गया दिल्ली नोएडा में XYZ प्लेस में, वहाँ पे काफ़ी लोग पकड़े गए. एंड सो व्हाट इज़ हैपनिंग देयर, again there is a shop, there is a set of rules, environment, tools, computers, boss and culture, ID card, website, telecaller, numbers, IP, everything. Again just like a normal call center, normal shop or normal study point or anything, similarly वैसे रन किया जा रहा है. So साइबर के इस पर्सपेक्टिव में, क्राइम के पर्सपेक्टिव में भी चीज़ें ऐसी रन की जाती हैं. एंड व्हेन यू टॉक अबाउट क्राइम इंटेलिजेंस, so two things are there. One is like public place that is called surface web and second is called dark web, जहाँ पे चीज़ें स्पेसिफिक ब्राउज़र के माध्यम से यूज़ की जाती हैं. डीप वेब और ये मारियाना ट्रेंच, दुनिया भर की सारी डिफरेंट चीज़ें, जिस तरह से ब्लू हैट, ग्रे हैट, रेड हैट, ऑरेंज हैट, पर्पल टीम, दुनिया भर की चीज़ें. दो चीज़ें होती हैं, पर्पल सॉरी गुड और बैड बेसिकली, या ऑफेंसिव डिफेंसिव. दिस नथिंग एग्जिस्ट एनीथिंग, वो सब ग्रे हैट सब ये माइंडसेट होते हैं बेसिकली. So it's that same trick. If you use Metasploit, you find some vulnerability. You're reporting to good purpose, of course, defensive purpose. Reporting for bad purpose, for money making or something, or revenge something, as a defense, offensive perspective. So that is the state of mind. Here, from this screen, what happened there? A hacker used or an intruder did something and he leaked something in some place. Second is what? Creating the attribution. Suppose the email ID could be deepak@something.com. And I just use that email ID for dark web as well and surface web. So it's very easy to find. But again, I'm using email ID. Suppose anything like, okay, it's your hacker for help@protonmail.com. Then how you connect that it's your hacker @proton is actual a Deepak or something. So some sort of indicator should be there. A platform should be there. Method should be there. Metadata should be there. Image should be there. Timing should be there. Platform should be there. Website should be there. Number should be there. Image should be. Hell amount of information should be there. Then only it can be proven that yes, things are there. Similarly, leaking the data leaks are really a juicy things for the hackers or the intruders. The big companies, they create a big data lake and they do analytics and intelligence among them. They get the curative information. So these are the IOCs which is in front of you. I told you like earlier. And if I'm telling you to do a practical of OSINT on these. So that is your real challenge, that is your real task. So what is here? Suppose you want to check online, like any application, any loan application is there. Suppose any loan, free loan application is there. If I'm telling you to find that application through internet, so suppose any loan, let's take anything which is there. Suppose any loan is there, flexi loan. अब फ्लेक्सी लोन है, फ्लेक्सी लोन APK डाउनलोड. So I got to know, suppose anything. So here, that is the basically concern which is talking about the package, that is called package. Package of Android file. Question here is, flexi loan करके आपको काफ़ी चीज़ें मिल जाएंगी. मैंने एग्जाम्पल दिया है. So you get a various thing with this loan. This application can give these information. ये है क्या, सारी कुछ चीज़ें हैं. ये आया कब, कौन सा वर्जन है, offered by which website, this is also one thing. These are the phones, all the things which is I'm using. So this is my basically. If you see about the content, website, privacy policy, this is the situation, and this is the thing which they have mentioned, where it is hosted, India. So these are some information which is there by this company, this name. His name is this. And now this Abhishek, this is the registrant basically of the website. This is number, the website connect _ tech @ flex. तो काफ़ी कुछ चीज़ें आपको नेट में मिल गई. OSINT. These are publicly available. Misusing of this application, maybe I'll message them, say I'm calling from so and so, we have some offer sir, and you are using a website, उसका SEO सही नहीं है, ये है, आप इस पर क्लिक करो, ये डाउनलोड करो, ये फॉर्म भरो. If the person is not smart, it can be misused. But the question here is, I want to see that application, this package I want to download. So if I do what, I just copy this and trying to search like this, simple, and get to know exactly ये कहाँ पे है. आप देख सकते हैं कि जैसे जो रिजल्ट्स आ रहे हैं नॉर्मली, इट इज़ शोइंग लाइक फ्लेक्सी लोन com dot APK tool में, this is the application. फिर I'll open this, this is one, this is there, APK source, this is one again, this is, but it is a flexi-loan dot eco. ध्यान दीजिएगा, यहाँ पे हल्का चेंज हो चुका है. इट्स नॉट फ्लेक्सी लोन, इट इज समथिंग एल्स. इट्स अ इंस्टेंट पर्सनल लोन, फ्लेक्सी लोन com dot flexi loan. दिस इज अगेन वन, दिस इज अगेन वन. भारत में लघु व्यवसाय ऋण डाउनलोड करें, दिस इज अगेन वन. हिंदी में आ गया, मतलब ये अपना इंडियन एप्लीकेशन है, लोग खुश हो गए. यू नेवर नो एग्जैक्टली, गूगल ट्रांसलेटर्स एंड डिफरेंट इंडियन mechanisms are there. This, so what is happening, I'm just trying to check 14 MB flexi loan Android app. इसका नाम देखिए क्या है, दत्ता फाइनेंस ट्रेडिंग लिमिटेड. दिस इज़ अ डिफरेंट समथिंग, बट नेम फ्लेक्सी लोन है. सिमिलरली इंस्टेंट, ये तो अलग ही एप्लीकेशन, बट यहाँ पे सिर्फ को जुड़ गया है. फ्लेक्सी लोन के आगे ECO, so that is not the real thing. Similarly flexi loan, this is a website, this may be true, so that is again the thing. So I have a option to download anything which is there. I can downloading things, and it may save as a desktop. See, after that different platforms are there to check exactly is the content is there or not. This is one again. I'll try to upload that application exactly which is there or not. Similarly, we try to check from other website. Yes, this is there with 82.4 point something. So this is 82 point something version. I downloaded something 122 point something. This website having something else basically. It's a 1.4 version. I don't know, it's a different application. So analysis of these applications, sometimes they can analyze and they can give the input and information that is there. So what is happening here, with the help of package file, remember, not the application name, with the help of second level of package file, we'll try to find the information. It is also important, like how generally you want to reverse search through on internet, you can get those information. And now moving ahead about the approach. Approach's perspective is like, what scenario is there? You have multiple scenarios. One scenario is like you have very less information, and sometimes you have multiple scenarios, like you have many numbers, you have different WhatsApp numbers, you have different SMS headers. So sometimes these can give a link analysis among these information. And now, when you see catch, so those who are in OSINT or investigation perspective, they should know exactly linkages through what? Through internet, through offline basically. So when learning perspective you want to see, you want to do through a thorough analysis of
Hello,
forensics through
sir.
cyber, through OSINT, through the thing. Yes.
Your voice is breaking.
Hello. Yes, please. Hello. May I proceed?
Excuse me, sir. Your voice is breaking. Your voice is breaking again.
So these are the leaks. Again, I mean, now it's fine. These are the leaks which is there in front of you.
Hello, sir. Am I audible?
Yeah, it's fine.
No, sir. It's still not fine. I think we'll have to reconnect again.
Kindly confirm me now it's fine or not again, please. Hello.
No, sir. It's still breaking.
Sir? Am I audible?
Yeah, you're audible, right? Please.
Sir, you can join from your phone. You can relay your audio from your phone, and the content can be read from your laptop. That would be great, sir. If we relay your audio from your phone.
Just 1 second. I mean, is this? Now confirm me, is it okay? Hello?
Yes, sir. Please speak again.
That's fine. Now please. Is that correct? Kindly, I mean, now it's proper?
Yes, sir. It's clear. It's clear.
So now in front of you, like I just recently done analysis of that application, simply like to just show that what exactly is this one. So this is saying like, yes, this is the package details. Similarly showing about the hash values of the application even. But here why I have shown, I'm not trying to show you that to analysis of a mobile application. I'm trying to show like through the application how we extracted that package file, then with the help of package file how we identified that this package or this application is available on what other websites. That is the second point. Third, while analysis of the mobile application, during this what other information you may get, that is the OSINT part, like with the help of now this email ID. Suppose developer email ID is this one, and now you want to check through this is available where. So sometimes it's showing like, yes, this is the loan app and they are using this platform as well. Look, so this is one information which is available. So sometime if Google Play Store or Google website or Flexi Loan website अगर नहीं रहता है, भाग जाता है, या फिर इसकी डिटेल्स NBFC डिटेल्स बेसिकली RBI के पास नहीं होती है, या फिर if they are not cooperating, sometime this information Srikanth logic loanapps.db, this content, so this vis underscore this one, this username or this website dbhub.io, they are also responsible or applicable for what, to provide the information about this app which is there and developed by whom, what kind of data they are maintaining. And so this is with the help of analysis, with the help of the things which is there. This is one information. Similarly, we can go down, you can see exactly what kind of they're saying the subject is in Rajasthan, Jaipur, Udaipur. So at least it shows that some sort of Amit is there, an application. I mean, maybe he or she use a cracked or a online or a offline or a different user's certificate for the same, but definitely it's a Rajasthan based. So jurisdiction comes as a Rajasthan over here. there's a hash value, you may check this hash value on VirusTotal. Maybe if anybody trying to upload anything on VirusTotal, for example, I want to copy this, I want to see on for example on the website to search like through the if there is there basically, so there's no information, but again we can check exactly through the other things what is there. Anyways, this is the thing. Moving ahead, on the same page, like I want to just use this domain, just see exactly what I'm doing. I'm trying to use this domain for the study purpose, like to explore this domain exactly what. So I just right click this one, I have to just I can check exactly like the different add-ons are there to verify and to check on these domains. So sometimes it is not easy to remember, like आप कितने वेबसाइट याद करोगे, कितना आप बुक मार्क करोगे. So automation things are there, means I'm trying in a very easy manner to the LEAs or those who are not into fine or frequent into the command line things, and suppose they want to check through this iVoid. So at a real time on the website it goes there, and then you can check the details like what you want to check. That is one option. So I just copy this content and the URL and just trying to check through the website. So this is one. So URL could be HTTPS www, sometimes it could be domain name something. So just check from your things what it can provide. That is one. Similarly, we have some other add-on where you can check through the who is the IP details, and also just take one example of the Mitaka as well. Like here I want to see this information through this. So let's see one, just one second. I do got this, and then look, so I have a Mitaka simply, it's a very good add-on as well. I just go with domain all. So at a single time it will open on different 38 tabs to check exactly is that website details, like is the website is hosted on where, if any linkage is find there, if any information is there, company name is there. So it can give some information like see 2001, I mean this is the 2017, I mean something like that. This can give some information like recently this company formed or restructured, or the website has been updated so and so date. This is the company organization registrant organization. This may have also linkage with this app. That is one. If you go down, sometimes it give this information like this is hosted on these DNS records. So googling on these DNS, we should find exactly this belongs to which ISP or service provider. This is one. Moving ahead, other findings, this is like flexi loan, and this is the information which they have shared over here. Like, so the question here is the information which we need, जो हमारे काम की है, कब create हुआ, क्या फ़ोन नंबर है, GoDaddy पे पहले था, कुछ गूगल रिजल्ट्स भी यहाँ मेंशन है. दैट इज़ अगेन द सेम थिंग, यहाँ पे connect@ करके है, दैट इज़ देयर. सिमिलरली relationship perspective, they have these subdomains. Ops, staging, maybe the staging server is there, operation, maybe authentication perspective. So sometimes hackers or bug hunters trying to finding vulnerability on these subdomains as well. Home dot something, f0 dot development, this is also there. Maybe there's no vulnerability, maybe their server is there, this server, this IP, maybe there is a vulnerability for the same thing. So could be chances are there to check the concern. Same for the other. This is the thing which is history of the that domain. Starting 2014 में जब था, that was where in UK to UK, this was the IP. 14 again same inter NAP, then Doraset, then unknown, then Akamai. So now US के बाद then Mumbai. So Amazon मतलब 2017 से they move into Indian based things. So it's mean that complying some sort of data localization as well. So now it is in AWS, Amazon Data Services as well in this. So sometimes they can give the information as well. This is called verification. Again, this is the data website is this. It can tell these sort of informations, and let's see exactly it can give what all. So that is one, flexi loans, and again GoDaddy, linkage of this IP and IP. So that is also important. So that's the same thing which we can do with the what do you call that application, that the there is just like a Maldiv over here. So Maldiv में भी आप चीज़ check कर सकते हैं, and जैसे Maldiv में भी you can go with and check the footprint level 1 2 3, that is good IP explorer, or sometime you can purchase or trial based APIs आप integrate कर सकते हैं, तो आपको शायद कुछ और information मिल सकती है. So that is one also good tool for the same thing where practical perspective things are there. जैसे वेबसाइट है, इसका एक मिला है वेब मशीन पे, वेब मशीन और वेब आर्काइव, सच टाइप ऑफ वेबसाइट और सोर्सेज जहाँ पे यूजुअली कोई वेबसाइट कभी अपडेट होती है,
So your voice is breaking again.
जिसका बेसिकली चीज़ें सेफ, जिसका कुछ
Sorry to
चीज़ें
interrupt.
सेव होती है. हेलो,
Yeah, sir, your voice is breaking again.
this is I'm not sure, I mean things are there. Let me close other tabs as well, just 1 second.
Sir, you can try reconnecting again. Or you can join through your phone.
Hello, can you hear me? I joined
Yes,
from
sir, I
different.
can hear you. I can hear you. Sir, you can use your phone for the audio and the laptop for the PPT.
Okay, just 1 second. Sure, this could be fine. Like just 1 second.
Your voice is clear right now, but whenever you start sharing your screen, it starts breaking.
Hi, I'm joined.
Your screen is visible, sir.
And can you see my screen? I mean, can you see? I mean, I'm
Yeah,
audible or
and
not?
you're audible, sir.
Well, so fine. Shall I proceed?
Yes, sir, you can proceed.
Okay, thank you. I mean, now join through my mobile as well, and let's see. So this is the
Yeah,
some pointers.
okay, sir.
Okay, so what is here like from this screen? Just a connectivity like when somebody is trying to OSINT through mobile application or a website perspective over here. Connectivity perspective, I have shown that key how we are using add-ons or how we are using things to connect. So that's like here. These are the interesting strings which is connected. Like they are using these website, they are connecting these subdomains. You need to see properly. It's called cc.map.qq.com. So qq.com is a website. Again, the other domains are basically subdomains. So sometimes these subdomains may also help to attribute some information. Second thing is called the application and website perspective over here. And it's a real example. A website called xy613.in karke. This is one. Again, I registered through this mobile application through this website. And the website is not secure again, one. Website having my number second. Website is xyz something dot in. That is not actual Indian domain, of course. And there's an app download basically. So this is one option to app download. If you want to recharge, then it will redirect to this web page. That is a gateway page of shineupay.com. While entering my details over here, it is saying that yes, you may proceed with this. So this is a trade line dot UPI, which is in front of you. That is one. So what is here like trade line UPI? So here, when you're trying to attribute or to trying to analyze, so you see this is one website XY. This is second is the application which you download. Then you can do OSINT as well, linkages. Third, this is the domain, the website which is mentioning in front of you. Second, the UPI ID which is there with the trade line at UPI. Fourth is the website mixin dot. तो कहने का मतलब ये है कि these are the indicators. Nowadays, what is happening? Question comes, sir, VPN track हो सकता है. The question here is like, why focusing on VPN IP here? You try to find something other than this, basically. So if you collect and create a checklist of different indicators, and then you send info letter or notice or to attribution through internet. So researchers part is what collection, attribution and linkages through open source. Then LEA will initiate कि सबको नोटिस भेज करके डेटा लेना information gather करना. So sometimes this can also create a good information. Bug perspective, website perspective, source code analysis is also there. You can see sometime during in source code, sometimes they copy their content. So these copied content, sometimes they can also provide the information which is in front of you. Similarly, the website is also there. If you do reverse IP checkup lookup, so maybe you'll get some other domain. You never know exactly. It could be different IP. You see, this email ID was there, and again this email ID, these are various websites like eBay something.com, eBay Amazon dot something, eBay 606.com, Amazon 66.com. This is there. This is there. Question here is रिवर्स एनालिसिस थ्रू ईमेल आईडी. एक ईमेल आईडी से कितने डोमेन रजिस्टर्ड है? वन. एक आईपी पे कितने रिवर्स आईपी, कितने और डोमेन रजिस्टर्ड है? जैसे शेयर होस्टिंग है, डेडिकेटेड होस्टिंग है समटाइम्स. सो व्हाट इज हैपनिंग हियर? OSINT will help if suppose you are blocking or banning or finding information of this user. This may not sufficient, but other website which is hosted on same domain, this may can give information. So OSINT can help like collection of various and maximum data from different places and domains. So that is one thing. Again, linkages with adversaries. I told you like reverse analysis of the website of the content. So like Yandex I'm using or anything which is trying to give information. So sometimes public image. आजकल तो मतलब आप समझ लीजिए कि मैक्सिमम चीजें इमेजेस जो हैं आपको ये इंस्टाग्राम जिस तरह की वेबसाइट्स हैं या फिर फेसबुक है या गूगल है या ये कहीं ना कहीं पे चीजें लोग अपलोड करते रहते हैं, शेयर करते रहते हैं. तो समटाइम दिस इज देयर टू लोकेट दोज इंफॉर्मेशन मेटा डेटा पर्सपेक्टिव एनालिसिस पर्सपेक्टिव which is there. So let's focus ahead. These are the some indicators, attribution of some open source information. Tools are there. So let's see some sort of fundamental thing before jumping with this practical scenario. So what is here like this is a website. This is there now. Some snapshots are there. Like earlier, I have put some sort of things. A website like suppose a website like triangulate, like where you want to check or retrieve information with two people. So before this, you can see domain perspective here. Different websites are there. Different sources are there to check. Like Intel Technics, Michael things are there where you can check the details of username. Suppose you want to put username, you want to check exactly what all things are there. So now you want to see is this name is available on YouTube or not, on Tinder or not. Suppose you want to check on Twitter. So when you click Twitter, it will automatically pop up. Let's see, is it the same person? Yes, this is the same person. Maybe sometime, maybe some is using, misusing, or impersonating some sort of different person. So that is again there. Again, let's check with the Bing. If I want to check with Bing, I'll having these information, some different things. So this is the information which is there. If you click on images, maybe you'll have things which is there. But if you add little bit something different, like this is one, this is second, this is third. So similarly, those linked with forensics mean that some information which is there, which is my name simply. And if you do like removing these things, only this, so maybe the result little bit different. It could be little bit different. Like you see, this is some information is not there. So that is also important with the search with the same thing. That is the part. So these are the name. You want to check Facebook perspective information. Of course, we won't give more information. Twitter perspective, different websites are there, links are there. These are like social bearing. You see, you want to see exactly what is the keyword or hash, something you can check. It can give a result information. Remember, keyword searching, image searching, data searching, it can give the sentiment and data or information which is publicly available. So you can see the content which is being tweeted by this person, and what kind of information he is pursuing, what exactly he is aura and all, what thing he is about, क्या है, क्या कंटेंट है, क्या कीवर्ड्स, क्या हैशटैग्स हैं, कितने रीचेस हुए हैं, कितने जगह पे पॉपुलेट हुआ है, कौन सा कंटेंट है, क्या पोस्ट किया गया है. सो दिस इज द इंफॉर्मेशन. If suppose something related to this one, so it means it's a retweeted information. Similarly, if any image, if any content is there, so that is the retweet. The things, if I somebody is retweeting, what exactly retweeting, thanks or anything, which is, so that is the information about the person. This is the tweets. This is the type. Account is what. How many pictures he has made during this timeline. So you just change the timeline as well. Like you can see, you can load here. If you can click for more, you can load more. So it will शो द ट्वीट ऑफ मोर डेज. अभी इसने 200 ट्वीट को लेकर के इन्फॉर्मेशन दिखाया, 400 ट्वीट को लेकर के इसने इन्फॉर्मेशन दिखाया है. मैक्सिमम पोस्टेड बाय विच एप्लीकेशन. सम टाइम दीज आर द इंफॉर्मेशन ऑफ अ साइलेंट और वी से कवर्टली अबाउट विदाउट लॉगिंग. मतलब मैंने रिमोट में बैठ करके किसी व्यक्ति के बारे में पता करने की कोशिश की. दैट इज सिमिलर थिंग. एनीवेज, मीडिया सर्च इज आल्सो देयर. मीडिया सर्च से भी आप सर्च कर सकते हैं. मतलब कहने का मतलब ये है कि इट्स टूल्स आर नॉट वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू नो हाउ टूल इज वर्किंग. दैट इज एक्चुअली इंपॉर्टेंट. लेट्स टेक वन एग्जांपल. सपोज यू वांट टू रिकवर डेटा एंड यू आर आस्किंग विच डेटा, विच रिकवरी टूल इज गुड. सो डेटा रिकवरी टूल आपने गूगल किया, डेटा रिकवरी टूल फॉर एग्जाम्पल. तो रिजल्ट जो है बेसिकली यहाँ दिखा है 5 बेस्ट रिजल्ट. आपने डिस्क ड्रिल ले लिया. क्वेश्चन यहाँ पे है कि क्या आप खुद बता सकते हैं बेस्ट कौन सा है. तो आपने किसी का नाम सुना, ईसीएस का, ईज यूएस, ये काफी सुना होगा आपने. रिक्यूबा काफी सुना होगा. द क्वेश्चन हियर इज लाइक अंटिल यू प्रैक्टिकल योरसेल्फ एंड देन यू से लाइक यस दिस इज गुड, देन नहीं. तो ये एसईओ या किसी पर्सपेक्टिव में टॉप सी क्लीनर काफी चीजें आ सकती हैं, बट मेनली होता क्या है कि विच वन इज बेस्ट, दैट प्रैक्टिकल थिंग which is that is the thing which is important over here. That is one. When you see quick links out the CSE list, that is again it will tell different engines. तो गूगल बेस्ड जो कस्टम लिंक्स होते हैं, जैसे these links which is created, you see the link properly. It is saying what CSE link, and it can enhanced by Google if you search something which pertaining to what public bookmark search, WordPress content snatcher, ethical hacker search engine, hacking dog search engine. Let's see some sort of search engine करते हैं. मैंने लिखा Wi-Fi for example. So that is depend on the code. If code is not able to crawl information, then that is the no. So I put a Wi-Fi word only. I want to see what image, text, PDF. I want to see the PDF only, for example. So it will show only the PDF part. This is the thing which is in front of you. हम यह काम गूगल सर्च इंजन पे नॉर्मली भी कर सकते हैं. तो अगर आप सर्च करते हैं साइबर क्राइम PDF, this is one. Similarly, and I am trying cyber crime file type. Simple. I mean, it's a very fundamental understanding of Google Doc and the concept. So that is one. So what is here? These two results in front of you. One is cybercrime PDF. You do have one PDF, second PDF, but third link is not PDF, not direct PDF. Then things are there. Means like maybe not all the informations contain the direct PDF link of the thing. Just one second. So that is the. So I click on view all and clicking on this. See more results, which is there. PDF, go down, see more. So that is the information which is being shared by things. So cybercrime PDF ये कुछ और जा करके हो रहा है. So normally what is happening here, like searching anything accurately, sometimes they can give information. So what is happening, like sometimes you use docs like this. Similarly, you will have an entire result which contains and with PDF, 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 all. हल्का सा अगर हम एडवांस करते हैं, like go to tools or like go to more, sorry, tools, and just click on last 1 year only. So it will show the latest one. If you want, नहीं मुझे चाहिए एक month का latest वाला content, just click like this. You can see latest content. That is the latest content which is recently released about that person. ये क्या है, ये content क्या है. So sometimes this information can easily help. This is the content. If you move ahead, check other result. What is required? So you can see cybercrime, how to protect yourself. This is the PDF which is food is back created by some person. So this is the question, like how you want to search. The content is already available here. What prevention you maintain, and now you can download the. Remember, कभी कभी क्या होता है कि इस तरह के content sometimes may be malicious भी हो सकते हैं. It may be embedded, like if you want to search which is not available. So try to use things like this. Government of India about the cybercrime PDF. So that is the question which came in this, about which is the fact there is a have been increased cyber crimes in country recent past. This is the latest answer, latest questions, latest information which is there. Similarly, they mentioned to strengthen what that is I4C is there, LEA is there, website is there. Second, certain advisories released to protect this information which is in front of you. CISOs को क्या करना चाहिए, cyber security perspective में क्या practices होने चाहिए. Government has to formulate this. So this is the latest information. Sometimes this is also for the home, not for India only. Sometimes maybe different policy heads or different countries, state-sponsored hackers, they collect those information. They want to see what is happening in India in the area of cyber security, cyber crime. So you can test case दिया है, which is there. Now moving ahead, media search के बाद, I mean which you search, या आपने search किया, you have different result over here. So now, like Google search engine, alert search engine, you want to create a search engine, docs perspective, collection communities. This is also there in front of you to analyze as well. Photo search engine, beautiful photo album finder. So I'm not saying this is good. Suppose you want to work in a SEO perspective with the company. SEO based search engines, this is there in front of you, which may helpful for the analysis. And practically, when you move ahead, like when you see the custom search, that is also there. Job search is also there. So just close this one. Let's see Sears. That is Sears is also very important to know. Sears instance is also there, and this is a website. And I'm telling you, there various websites are there. You check from your perspective which website can give you good information for the searching good things. Similarly, Chrome-based plugins about the same thing. So which comes in your area, you can check. Which is not there, then just ignore it. This is done. And now moving ahead, like projects perspective, like this is the various OSINT GitHub में भी काफी ऐसे platforms हैं, repos हैं, जहाँ पे you'll get various information pertaining to OSINT and all. Like you see, a OSINT-based threat hunting platform. If you Google, if you open a new tab, basically, if you want to see other thing like Tracelab, this is their cloud tracer threat pinch IP lookup kind of extension, which I told you. Like मैंने भी extension use किया था जो threat pinch करके, it was there. This is the book OSINT करके. You can also check the blog and content with the latest. Sherlock project is also there. The question here is like when you read these things, when you open, it can explore, it can give good information. Like this is the Mihari based information which connect with the Zoom eye. So this is the URL scan. ये open git open APIs open source code perspective है जो developers practical करना चाहते हैं या practically चीजों को create करना चाहते हैं. So they can see exactly what it can contain, what it can show, the information with the help of Mihari. So that is one. Similarly, it can do what? It can create an alert on the Hive, Slack, MISP, this तरह तो उसका UI है. This is the support जिनके ये लोगों ने ले रखे हैं basically. Moving ahead, like this Sherlock project, that is also there for the same thing. When you read the content or when you read the when you read the exactly the purpose for these things, so maybe you can check. But the question here is the dates. This is the date, like how actively they are, how active in this community, कितना पुराना है कितना नया है, that is also need to check. Start Me, there are different Start Me websites where you can see कि ये क्या है. This is the OSINT based a kind of bookmarks सारे टूल. जैसे ये आपको डार्क वेब के बारे में सर्च करना फॉर एग्जांपल. सो थिंग्स आर देयर विच इज टेल यू अबाउट डार्क वेब, डीप वेब. अब इंपॉर्टेंट यहाँ पे ये है कि आजकल हर दिन कुछ ना कुछ नया लोग क्रिएट करते रहते हैं कहीं ना कहीं. जैसे ओसिन के बेस्ट रिसोर्स, दैट इज द वन वेबसाइट. आई ओपन दिस वेबसाइट. So iSight is one of the best CTI company and they have published or created a book basically on cheat sheet based. So this is the things like this is the book basically which is there. So book की बात करते हैं तो I mean normally just like this. For example, a book is called Threat Intelligence Handbook Latest, for example. So book is there which is properly defined thing which is which can help for the archive list of the things. ये book है आपकी basically. That the Threat Intelligence Handbook and that is the second edition. You can download by entering those details. That is one. Otherwise, you can scroll down with some other platform where you can get the book for the same thing. So now, for example, in front of me, a book is there. This is different one similarly, but it can give the idea like what exactly it contain. It contain exactly what is intelligence, what is threat intelligence, how intelligence for response the team, what skills are required. And similarly, when you go down, what intelligence are required for leader perspective. So these are the thing which is there. Similarly, different tools or websites are there which can give other information for the same thing. Anyways, so this is one. Similarly, I opened this second link, Bellingcat. That is also good platform, for example. So Bellingcat link is there. They can tell this is the content they website they prepared. I mean the open source information which is there. अभी तो उन्होंने add कर रखा है. We can see other thing like cheat sheet, fake name generator, fake identify fake reviews, flowchart. So you have to manually check for the same thing. Like Hunchly for dark web perspective, that is good. Multigo for case file, that is also there. Media I have shown you basically. Morphing photos, OSINT framework, that is there. So that is the some pointers or learning things. Spiderfoot is also there, which can be used for good purpose. Spiderfoot.net, that is also there, which is you can download. You can do analysis of these things. So like you can see an instance which has been created for the same, like SPF. So similarly, this is what a trial-based information or a limited information which can provide some sort of things which open source. You can give the scan, you can give the website name, it can try to start and it can give the information as well things. So that is one. Similarly, start me having sans फोन नंबर की जब बात की जाती है एक सबसे बड़ा मिसकंसेप्शन होता है. अब लोग बहुत लोग होते हैं ऑनलाइन ही फोन नंबर सर्च करना शुरू कर देते हैं एंड नंबर्स आर नॉट लाइक कि नंबर, आप खुद सोचिए नंबर्स अगर इतने इजीली मिल जाएं वेबसाइट पब्लिक प्लेटफॉर्म में, तो दैट इज सेपरेट थिंग. सो these things are sometimes with the legacy and the data, SDR data or police data or operators, they only can provide these all information. Usually लोग सर्च कर IMEI number है. IMEI number is a public information, so you can check that IMEI belongs to which firmware, which iOS का है या मोबाइल में iPhone का है या Redmi का है बेसिकली, या Vivo Oppo किसका है. That is things. Privacy perspective, that is again the concern. से मैंने एग्जांपल लिया ब्राउजर लीक्स. अब ब्राउजर लीक को लेकर के, ब्राउजर लीक, ब्राउजर क्या क्या इन्फॉर्मेशन लीक कर सकता है किसी हैकर परस्पेक्टिव में. दिस इज द डेटा इन फ्रंट ऑफ यू. IP addresses, Java WebRTC is very important. That is also there, that API for checking. So let's see one example. Like you want to check is my privacy is there properly or not. Home page, IP address. So I click on WebRTC leak test. It can see, look, this is a website. This is IP addresses, and how disable, what to disable, that is there. Canvas fingerprint, that is also there, it can check. So you can read exactly what is canvas fingerprint, ये किस ब्राउजर पे रन हो रहा है, कौन सा ब्राउजर वर्जन है. That the reason which they can check the concern, checking the browser, that the basically which font I'm using, like serif is there, sans serif is there for the browser perspective. Geolocation API, geolocation thing, it can check. So it will ask, see, when I click this, it prompt me. So I didn't allow that location over here. If I allow, then it can give those information. So view, sometimes browser based attacks are also there where they can check. So that can also give the thing which is help. Flash player perspective, they get to know what kind of flash player or any application which is being used by the same thing. IP address perspective, see, this is the IP address. Now Loni, Verywatch, ISP is something Excitel. These are there which is right now connected. If you want to run DNS check, that is also there. IP browser. So these are the things which is there. Now see, this is the information from the IP based hookup, like somebody is trying to use any framework to collect any information. So that is huge. Huge means huge. Anyways, moving ahead, IP leak and all. I mean, simple of funda, if somebody is connected on internet, if a smart person is there, they can able to find as much as information. It's not like a 1 minute or 1 day or 2 days. Sometimes maybe with the help of various tactics, they are may trying to collect those information. Instagram is also there, Reddit, Twitter, different things are there, which is you can see, which you can find. Apart from that, if you can Google science based websites and things, which is this, Grabify is there. अभी आजकल भी होता है, बहुत लोग Grabify यूज करते हैं. Grabify basically to get the IP of the person. Suppose you want to create a URL and that URL you want to check, जैसे हम लोग चैट में भेजते हैं, वो अगर उसने URL पे क्लिक किया, then you get the IP of the person. 2008-9-10 के कंटेंट है ये. आज हैकर्स इतने स्मार्ट हो चुके हैं कि ये सब चीजें उन्हें पता होती है कि किसमें आप क्या भेज रहे हो, किस पे क्लिक करना है. Similarly, these are the content which is there. Apart from that, some images which is in front of you. जैसे मैंने एग्जांपल पे दिखा रखे हैं कि जैसे ये आपका एक बेसिकली ट्विंगलेट है, ये आपके ट्वीट और टॉपिक एक्सप्लोरर वेबसाइट है, जहाँ पे आप मतलब समटाइम्स टॉपिक बेस्ड हैं, डोमेन्स को लेकर के, साइबर कॉप्स करके है, किसी यूजर को लेकर के है, किसी आईपी को या किसी वेब, जैसे वेब एमआई के बारे में, आरुषि पारिक के बारे में सर्च किया गया, फॉर एग्जांपल विजुअल पिंग. तो ये सारे जो यूआरएल थे, ये आपको पहले ही डिफाइन किए जा चुके हैं. एंड सिमिलरली रिवर्स आईपी ऑफ द दैट डोमेन, द वेबसाइट बेसिकली दीपकौर.com करके कौन है ये, और वेबसाइट साइबर कॉप्स की भी हैं. सो डिफरेंट वेबसाइट्स आर देयर. जैसे ये इमेज है, अब इमेज के बारे में, ये जैसे इमेज डाली गई है, सपोज दैट इज द इमेज, and that is the image. The image is basically for the same size, right? For the image, you can see, go to properties, you can see exactly what is there, and the security perspective, details perspective, what information it can be captured and what is there. So this is the thing which is, this called attributes, जितना वो provide कर सकता है. अगर इस image को मैं कहीं और online check करूँ या कहीं पता करूँ, शायद कोई linkages मिल सकती हैं. Similarly, जैसे मैंने start, ये है आपका क्या बोलते हैं, जैसे सपोज करो दिस इज द गूगल डॉक साइट समथिंग जॉइन चैट साइबर करके. सो दिस इज जॉइन चैट, दिस इज द जॉइन चैट जो आपको बेसिकली इस तरह दिखाता है. दिस इज द डिफरेंट ग्रुप्स आर देयर इन ट्विटर, आई मीन इन दिस बेसिकली. डिस्कॉर्ड सर्वर्स के लिए भी वेरियस प्लेटफॉर्म्स आर देयर, जहाँ पे लोग सर्च करके देते हैं। अब क्वेश्चन यहाँ पे ये है, ध्यान देना, अक्सर जहाँ पे ये चीज़ें लिखी होती है ना एजुकेशनल पर्पसेस, वहाँ पे एजुकेशनल नहीं हो पाती, वहाँ पे चीज़ें कहीं और चली जाती हैं। तो इट्स अ रिक्वेस्ट एंड it's a duty to know exactly what is right and wrong. Experiencing the same thing for time being, that is okay, but indulging into the same thing for future and continuing the same thing, this may be not good. So violating of something that is an individual subject, so you should know exactly आप क्या सर्च कर रहे हो, आपका कितना रिसर्च है। क्योंकि रिसर्च में अभी रिसेंटली एक केस महाराष्ट्र में पकड़ा गया, केमिस्ट्री का स्टूडेंट ने एमडीएमए 1400 करोड़ की लगभग, क्या कह सकते हैं, नार्को वालों ने पकड़ा है। सो वो स्टडी नहीं कहलाई, वो कुछ और कहला गया। सो दैट इज अ वेरी क्लियर टू नो एग्जैक्टली हम इन्फॉर्मेशन कहाँ पे कितनी यूज कर रहे हैं। एनीवेज डी हैश, जैसे वेबसाइट डी हैश करके, इसमें मैंने चेक किया अपनी ईमेल आईडी के बारे में। आई जस्ट नीड टू नो कि मेरी ईमेल आईडी कितनी जगह पे बेसिकली लीक हुई। तो जैसे हम नॉर्मली वेबसाइट्स होती हैं, अभी पब्लिक वेबसाइट है तो ऑफकोर्स ये मैंने यूज ही किया है कहीं ना कहीं पे, तो मैंने इसे यूज किया वेबसाइट डी हैश फॉर एग्जाम्पल एक छोटे मैनर के लिए। and the website is like this, and again I need to check exactly. So I'm just checking for what is asking for the domain name and all. So now if I'm going ahead, mm, okay, if I'm going ahead like searching for the fields, like it can ask IP, name, email. I'm searching email I've given, this is the email. You can check from your side as well, पर ध्यान देना कि वो ईमेल ज्यादा यूज की गई हो, नहीं की गई है तो नो वरीज, आई मीन फिर तो शायद ही कम रिजल्ट मिले आपको। अब इसे मैंने सर्च किया एंड of course I have to log in, so it give the information. Let me see again. I'm audible right now? Hello?
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Okay,
You're audible.
thank you. So this is the result. It's saying that 15 results found where they have to what they got in big basket one. They got in Gmail on
Sir, excuse me, sir. Hello. Hello. Hello, sir.
the results which is in front of you, like d hash and all. Uh, you may check. This is one. Now moving ahead, like next is this. Next is the hash is done. Intelligence X is there. Intellex.io have I been something. Telegram analytics as well. Channels perspective. So what I'm doing, I'll just share you some sort of websites and links where you have to verify either a thing is there. जैसे example है checkusernames.com. यहाँ पे suppose करो कि a person he is available, need to check exactly that username exists where all. This can also help to show that कि yes, this is the information which can tell the availability of the username. जैसे कोई नया product आया market में और यूनिक होना चाहिए, तो that is also important कि is that available or not. सिमिलरली जैसे ट्विटर डेक है, अब एग्जांपल यहाँ पे चेक करने का पर्पस ये है कि एक विंडो पे यू नीड टू वेरीफाई एग्जैक्टली ओसिंट है, साइबर क्राइम है, होम है, हैक्ड है, ये सारे कीवर्ड्स हैं, क्या ट्रेल चल रहा है, दैट इज आल्सो देयर ओसिंट फ्रेमवर्क, ओसिंट सॉरी ट्विटर डेक को लेकर के. सो व्हाट आई एम डूइंग, आई चेक ट्विटर डेक करके एंड देन you can see exactly it's a by default platform from Twitter itself. So that is there, like cybercrime, OSINT, real time. So it's give a real time information. So like, is there dark web version of metaverse possible? Like a content over here. In hacked, my Instagram is hacked. Acer audience AR. Like this is a post by this. So this is real time information. Digital forensics perspective. Repeated stolen evading online ticket. Digital forensics accounting can how. So this is the real time update. If I want to search data leak, I want to search about the basically DEFCON, for example. So DEFCON perspective, latest what exactly is there? For allow me, we don't trust. Glad DEFCON is full of NAR something. Don't worry, HEFCON 3 is happy. So this is the real time information. Parallelly, I want to check about the basically anything which could be like a hack or basically webinar. Webinar. Okay. What webinars are there? Like this webinars, live skill something. So भाई ट्रेडिंग करके पैसे बनाने XYZ. So people are writing things जो होते तो हमारे पर्सपेक्टिव में आते हैं. तो that is also there. Remember, sometime obscene illicit things may be pop up. So that's your duty. Either you can take as a learning perspective or what. So that is one. Ahead, moving ahead. So that is verification. अब see, this is the handle. अब आप खुद देखिए, real Donald T, real Trump 2016. The question is like, which is the real handle to verify? So sometimes that is also there to verifying and check the things. इमेज डेटा मेटा व्यूअर के लिए जैसे एक इमेज था, इमेज पे हमने स्टडी किया उसका मेटा डेटा क्या है ओसेंट मैनर पे. तो वेबसाइट्स में जैसे मेटा, आप गूगल जैसे करते हैं कभी या नॉर्मली ऑनलाइन मेटा एनालिसिस, आपने गूगल किया ऑनलाइन इमेज मेटा डेटा, फॉर एग्जाम्पल यू हैव वेबसाइट डिफरेंट सी 1 2 3 4. आप ध्यान दीजिए, ऐसा नहीं है कि ऐसी इन्फॉर्मेशन मत डाल देना कि जो आपकी पर्सनल बिल्कुल हो और आप उसको चेक करने लग जाओ. स्टडी में आप उन चीज़ों को डालो जिसमें चीज़ें कंटेन की करती हो. तो एग्जाम्पल हमने लिया इस वेबसाइट को लेकर के कि ये कंटेंट एग्जैक्टली है क्या. तो कैमरा वॉज यूजिंग आईफोन 11. तो आईफोन 11 को उस दीपक से लिंक करना है, दैट इज द क्वेश्चन. टाइमिंग को लिंक करना है, ये जियो लोकेशन दिखा रहा है वहां पे दीपक था कि नहीं, ये लिंक करना है. सो समटाइम दिस इज देयर. आर्काइव को लेकर के वेब मशीन में जाकर के ये चेक करना है कि वेबसाइट पहले दिखती कैसी थी. जैसे हम बात करते हैं cybercrime.gov.in, जब वो 2019 में 25 मार्च को ऐसा स्क्रीनशॉट, मतलब यह इस तरह पहले इसका यूआई था, इसका आज यूआई कुछ ऐसा है. तो समटाइम वेबसाइट टेक डाउन हो जाती है अगर उसका स्क्रैपिंग या फिर उसकी आर्काइव बन जाती है. तो दैट इज आल्सो देयर टू एनालाइज एंड टू चेक द थिंग्स. वेबसाइट्स आप वैसे भी चेक कर सकते हैं वेब मशीन में. अब जैसे क्वेश्चन है आपका कि government.in साइट है और पेस्टबिन पे चेक करना है कि लीक्ड कंटेंट है कि नहीं. तो दिस इज अ सिंपल कंसेंट टू चेक. तो यहाँ पे आप देखेंगे सारे पेस्टबिन के लिंक हैं बिकॉज. और दूसरा gov.in की जो कंटेंट है जहाँ पे लिखा है GCS मैसिव इंडियन सर्वर रूटेड गवर्नमेंट. तो दीज आर द आल्सो देयर जो थ्रेट हंटर्स यूज करते हैं हैकिंग के लिए, फाइंडिंग के लिए. रिवर्स आई है चेक करने के लिए, यूआर स्कैन है वेरीफाई करने के लिए कंटेंट है कि नहीं. टूल्स को लेकर के एड ऑन से कैसे सर्च कर सकते हैं, दैट इज द प्लेटफॉर्म इज देयर. मिटाका को जैसे मैंने आपको दिखाया कि यू कैन सर्च एट अ सिंगल प्लेटफॉर्म ऑन दिस डोमेन, दैट इज आल्सो देयर. जॉबा कॉप इज आल्सो देयर टू चेक द अबाउट द कंपनी की कंपनी में डायरेक्टर कौन सा, अब देखिए जितने लोन एप्लीकेशन बेस्ड अभी क्राइम्स चल रहे हैं उनके हेड्स डायरेक्टर्स कौन है, एमसीए मिनिस्टर ऑफ कॉर्पोरेट अफेयर्स में। तो जॉब कॉर्प में भी आपको कंपनी पर्सपेक्टिव उनके सीआईएन डिटेल्स एंड थिंग्स आर कैन गेट जस्ट लाइक दिस। कंपनी का नाम क्या है, पनामा कॉर्पोरेट कॉर्पोरेशन लिमिटेड .com, यह कहीं कर्नाटका में है। दीज आर द 3 डायरेक्टर्स, दीज आर द इंफॉर्मेशन ऑफ द डायरेक्टरशिप, बेसिकली कब ज्वाइन किया, इनका डिन नंबर क्या है। सो दैट इज आल्सो देयर टू वेरीफाई एक व्यक्ति किससे किससे कनेक्टेड है, कहाँ कहाँ कनेक्टेड है। जैसे एक व्यक्ति कनेक्टेड है डिफरेंट डिफरेंट 2 डोमेन से, जैसे अदर कंपनीज एसोसिएटेड विथ दीज 2 डोमेन, इनके लिंकेजेस क्या है। सो सम टाइम यह सारी चीजें हेल्प करती हैं फाइंडिंग करने के लिए, एनालाइज करने के लिए। सारे कंटेंट हैं वैसे भी आप क्रिएट कर सकते हो, स्क्रीनशॉट्स में चेक कर सकते हो, जो मैंने आपको दिखा दिया है। ऑलमोस्ट थिंग्स आर डन। बिटकॉइन एड्रेस चेकअप कर सकते हो एड्रेस लोकेट करने के लिए। सो दैट इज द पर्सपेक्टिव फॉर लर्निंग एंड शोडान सेंसेस दे कैन गिव गुड इन्फॉर्मेशन। आपको पता है लोग सर्टिफिकेट से रिवर्स इंजीनियरिंग करके पता कर लेते हैं वेबसाइट्स का ऑनर कौन। नॉर्मली समटाइम्स सर्टिफिकेट इन्फॉर्मेशन इज आल्सो हेल्पफुल। HTTPS बेस्ड लेट्स एनक्रिप्ट फ्री यूज करते हैं, दैट इज आल्सो देयर। ट्विटर को देखते हुए जो पब्लिकली किसी ने मान लो सेट नहीं किया है अपनी इन्फॉर्मेशन, आप ध्यान दीजिए इंस्टाग्राम में पब्लिक प्रोफाइल नहीं कर रखी है, तो नॉर्मल यूजर इतना इजी उसको फाइंड नहीं कर सकता है। तब जाकर के सोशल इंजीनियरिंग टैक्टिक्स से somebody is trying to get into and then try to chat and then try to enable कि आप मुझे अलाउ करो, then he or she able to see कि आप क्या पोस्ट कर रहे हो। यू नेवर नो एग्जैक्टली वो जो चैट करने वाला या करने वाली है वो सही है कि नहीं है। तो थिंग्स आर देयर। डिवाइसेस हैं इस तरह के रास्पबेरी पाई और दुनिया भर के हैक आर एफ एंड ऑल। So that is the part of the OSINT part as well. So let's move ahead with the content as well. टूल्स पर्सपेक्टिव से फोरेंसिक की टूल्स ले लीजिए, मान लो आपको चेक करना है कि इस समय कौन कौन से पोर्ट रन हो रहे हैं। यू कैन सी एग्जैक्टली सिंपल सिंपल ट्राई सोल्यूशंस होते हैं, क्या पता कि आपके मशीन में कनेक्टिविटी कहाँ कहाँ से है। दीज आर द आईपीज, जैसे आप नेट स्टैट कमांड यूज करते हैं चेक करने के लिए, नॉर्मली यू कैन सी दिस इज द माई मशीन आईपी एंड दीज आर द सर्वर्स आईपी जहाँ से कनेक्टिविटी स्टैब्लिश है। That is one thing. Similarly, other tools are there. Sys internal tools हैं. Sys internal. You can Google. Sys internal tools are there. जो बेसिक फंडामेंटल टूल्स होते हैं चेक करने के लिए, जैसे यूएसबी चेक करना, मेरे सिस्टम में कितने यूएसबी कनेक्टेड थे, किस डे टू कनेक्टेड थे। दिस कैन टेल यस दिस इज द मास स्टोरेज ब्लूटूथ डिवाइस सैंड डिस्क कोर शिप डब्ल्यूडी पासपोर्ट, ये उसकी जीओआईडीज हैं, सीरियल नंबर्स हैं, इस डेट को कनेक्ट लास्ट प्लगइन कब हुआ, ये सारी चीज यहाँ पे दे रखा है। सिमिलरली इस तरह के ब्राउजर इन्फॉर्मेशन कब हुआ, प्रोसेस एक्सप्लोरर इज आल्सो वेरी गुड टूल दैट कैन गिव what kind of processes are running in my machine. I want to check is there that is not, I want to kill that thing, you can kill it, you can check the window as well, you can locate with the things ki basically ye hai kya, you want to check online as well about any particular process, anything which is there. नाउ यू कैन सी ये प्रॉपर्टी है कहाँ पे, इसका लोकेशन कहाँ पे है। सो सम टाइम रियल टाइम मशीन में जैसे आप सट्टा या कोई सट्टा जैसे कोई ऐसे कोई बेटिंग चीजें होती हैं क्राइम प्लेस पे, वहाँ पे तुरंत आपको ओसेंट करनी है कि ये है क्या, इन्फॉर्मेशन क्या ले सकते, तो उनकी इन्फॉर्मेशन जो कलेक्ट करते हो इंडिकेटर्स, उसको आप गूगल करके चेक करने की कोशिश करते हो। दैट इज द सिचुएशन ऑटो रन। सो दीज आर द सिचुएशन। मूविंग अहेड अबाउट द पीपीटी पार्ट लाइक द सेम. Forensics also play important role. Remember, forensics can help to connect these node. आप समझिए इंडिया में साइबर क्राइम में जो कन्विक्शन रेट है, उसी के जो कन्विक्शन रेट है वो इतने कम 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 मतलब 100 में 1 या 2, इतने कम रेट है। आपने तो समझिए कि इन चीज़ों में फोरेंसिक्स हमेशा इंपॉर्टेंट रोल प्ले करती है। तो दैट इज अ स्किल यू मे ट्राई टू अपग्रेड, अपडेट, स्टडी, एनालाइज what are the set of rules, what are the set of concern is there. Different contents are there. I mean during this time I'm not sure, maybe yeah, that is fine for you, but you can pen down, you can see the content which is really help, right? Blockers, tools, it's not mandate always like you use commercial tools, open source tools you can also use. And case studies, different case studies are there जहाँ पे आप पाओगे कि not only OSINT, cybercrime investigation analysis, cyber security logs, everything is there to combine, infuse, and then it can give good information. See, this is the SafeNet VPN. यह क्लेम कर रहे थे कि हम सबसे सिक्योरिटी प्रोवाइड करेंगे, 5 लेवल की सिक्योरिटी, इवन दो दे हैव गॉन। तो कहीं ना कहीं कुछ लीक होती है, तो इट्स नॉट ऑलवेज विद साइबर इंटेलिजेंस, समटाइम ह्यूमन इंटेलिजेंस इज आल्सो देयर। नेटो बंकर में रन कर रहे थे डार्कनेट का एक सर्वर, दैट इज आल्सो देयर, दे हैव स्टैम्प्ड, दैट इज देयर। सेट ऑफ टीम इज देयर, Joint investigation is there. साइबर क्राइम मेथड में वेबसाइट्स टूल्स इस तरह स्टार्ट में जो मैंने दिखाया आपको सोशल सर्चर की वेबसाइट से आप चेक कर सकते हैं। जैसे मैंने चेक किया पावर बैंक, मुझे पावर बैंक चेक करना है ये किसी वेबसाइट पे कि पावर बैंक नाम से कितने ग्रुप्स हैं, ये मैं पुराना केस दिखा रहा हूँ। सो यू गॉट वेरियस थिंग्स, सम टाइम यू कैन आल्सो फाइंड दिस इंफॉर्मेशन थ्रू द platform. Trend analysis, sentiment analysis, what is what. In-house tools are also their government perspective. Government have also their own tools, in-house tool, which is being used for the same thing. Mitaka is done, Maltigo is done, and SMS headers reverse like जैसे ये SMS header कहलाता है QP CSK TSC कंटेंट में क्या लिखा हुआ है इफ यू हैव अ सॉफ्टवेयर दैट हेल्प यू मेकिंग मनी फलाना फलाना सो क्लिक दिस। अब QP CSK TSC एक यह इंडिकेटर है सर्च करने के लिए। दूसरा जो लिंक यहाँ दिया गया HTTP QWERP VIP ये दूसरी डोमेन है। इस डोमेन पे लॉगिन करेंगे क्लिक करेंगे तो ये कुछ ना कुछ खुलेगा, क्या पता वहाँ पे चैट करने पे कुछ और हो। तो आप जितना ड्रिल डाउन करेंगे एट्रीब्यूट करेंगे ओसिन करेंगे उतनी चीजें आपको मिलती जाएंगी। तो समझिए कि यहाँ से एक इन्फॉर्मेशन एंड देन डाउन अबाउट दिस इन्फॉर्मेशन दिस मे हेल्प, सो दैट इज आल्सो देयर। वेबसाइट कॉल smsheader.try.gov.in, that is the domain where you can check. Tools are there, anyways, things are there, and that is for the OSINT part, setup of your individual something which is there. Technology always play important role, I told you, like phishing, like open source intelligence communities, groups, WhatsApp, Telegram, that is there. So that is the situation. So that is the end of the session. And before ending the session, two things would like to say. One, you should know about a website called cybercrime.gov.in. For any crime you may report, that is one. A toll free number is called 1930. You also pen down. It's a initiative. Government is working. It's not there because with the help of the helpline, with the help of the issues, they're trying to give their best. And it's a state subject. Cybercrime is a state subject. States are working onto the same. This is my blog, you can check, and at the bottom you can see the categories, you can maybe check those information. Other websites is also there, Recon Shell, and that is you can also at the same place about all the content which is about the news of the cybersecurity at the same place. So now by the end of the session, one more thing about the topics about the cybersecurity or the session to the students who are attending this one. I have given you 5 content here, you can see one like this. So first is about the list Google Doc, which can extract juicy information for your college or institute. So like suppose I'm telling you like exploit.db Google Doc, for example, the website. This is the simple example for you. This is the Google hacking database and they have different what do you call things. ऐसे काफी CTF ऐसे प्लेटफॉर्म्स भी हैं जहाँ पर ये चीजें मतलब है Google hacking. So that is a simple thing which is trying to show you some sort of example. जैसे एक यही है Google cheat sheet, जैसे this is the thing which is in front of you. जैसे इसने क्या किया अब ध्यान दीजिएगा कि he did what, he used in text username, so that is showing the information which is there. Similarly, if you use all in text username and password, it will show the information like this. So in that concern you will check from your company, your website which is publicly available. ध्यान दीजिएगा ओसेंट में आप किसी सर्वर के अंदर घुसते नहीं हैं, आप पब्लिकली चीजों को डंप करते हैं. सो दैट इज द पब्लिक थिंग. उसका मिसयूज करना दैट इज द नेगेटिव थिंग दैट इज देयर. जैसे आपने इन टाइटल लिखा आईपी कैमरा, यू विल हैव आईपी कैमरा विच इज पब्लिकली अवेलेबल. डीवीआर कैमरा विच इज वीडियोज एंड ऑल थिंग्स विच इज देयर. सिमिलरली जैसे वेबसाइट का नाम क्या है ग्लोबल डॉट होंडा साइट, तो आपको पूरा कंटेंट उस वेबसाइट का दिखाएगा ग्लोबल होंडा साइट मैप इस तरह का. तो आप खुद भी प्रैक्टिकल करके चेक कर सकते हैं. तो ये क्या है. दूसरा वेबसाइट आपकी कॉलेज की है, फाइल टाइप क्या है पीडीएफ, तो उस वेबसाइट पे पब्लिकली पीडीएफ क्या अवेलेबल है वो आप एक सिंगल शॉट में फाइंड कर सकते हैं. मतलब वेबसाइट के अंदर जा करके यू डोंट नीड टू सर्च समथिंग. सो दीज आर फंडामेंटल ओसिन पार्ट विच इज देयर कि क्या क्या कनेक्टेड. दैट इज द फर्स्ट क्वेरी. सो हियर यू नीड टू आइडेंटिफाई एग्जैक्टली गूगल डॉक लिस्ट आउट 10 कर लीजिए जो आपकी कॉलेज की चीजों को या इंस्टीट्यूट की चीजों को पता करती है. सेकेंड क्वेश्चन इज डेवलप अ टूल और अ फ्रेमवर्क और अ वेबसाइट जो बेसिकली गुड है थ्रेट हंटिंग के लिए. थ्रेट्स क्या होते हैं जो आपको इशू क्रिएट कर सकते हैं, मेलवेयर्स हो सकते हैं, फिशिंग अटैक्स हो सकते हैं दुनिया भर के. सो यू ट्राई टू फाइंड सम वेबसाइट्स एंड एज वेल विच कैन गिव टूल्स एंड ऑल. थर्ड इज व्हाट फुटप्रिंट लेवल 3. जैसे कॉलेज वेबसाइट, जैसे मैंने एग्जांपल लिया इस माल्टिको में, आई यूज दिस टूल माल्टिको, सो आई कैन यूज फुटप्रिंट लेवल 3, आई हैव टू यूज द वेबसाइट नेम, यू कैन गिव एंड यू कैन चेक एग्जैक्टली व्हाट लेवल ऑफ इंफॉर्मेशन इट इज गिविंग. So you differentiate if you do footprint one, matlab less level of information. It can give fast and basic information. If you do L3, it take much time and it can give more information. So that can you may use with a website, and that can only find the information from the website. More, it will not hamper or tamper, or it can offense kind of thing. It can give the public information because which is publicly available. But remember, always take a permission before proceeding these things. Sometimes what is happening, creating unnecessary fuzz और रेकी, जिसे बोलते हैं रेकी करना, किसी घर में झांकना, दैट इज, किसी घर में झांकना इज समथिंग एल्स, बट अपने घर में झांकना इज समथिंग एल्स. सो दैट इज द मेन कंसर्न. फोर्थ इज व्हाट, यूज वे बैक मशीन एंड ट्राई टू एक्सट्रैक्ट इंफॉर्मेशन अबाउट द वेबसाइट. जैसे मैं कहता हूँ कि आपकी कॉलेज की वेबसाइट है या फिर कोई डोमेन है, आप उनको इस वेबैक मशीन या आर्काइव में चेक कीजिए कि आपको रिजल्ट क्या मिल रहे हैं. ट्राई टू फाइंड दैट कि वेबसाइट कब कब अपडेट हुई है. दैट इज इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग टू नो. एंड द लास्ट इज कॉल्ड, दैट इज इन पर्सन, इट्स माई पर्सनल चॉइस, एंड दैट इज फॉर ऑल द यूजर्स. रिमेंबर, साइबर क्राइम इज नॉट अ जोक. जब यह अपने ऊपर आती है तब लोग सीरियस होते हैं. न्यूज आर्टिकल वीडियो सब, तब लोग सीरियस नहीं होते हैं. आप कोशिश कीजिए, प्रैक्टिकल कीजिए, चेक कीजिए कि आपके जितने सोशल मीडिया प्रोफाइल्स हैं उसमें आपने क्या टू फैक्टर ऑथेंटिकेशन कर रखा है. सो एग्जांपल यहाँ पे ये है कि अगर आपने इंस्टाग्राम, ट्विटर, टिंडर, स्नैपचैट जो यूज करते हैं, आप हाउ टू डू टू फैक्टर ऑथेंटिकेशन, यू मे चेक, you may create a report as well from your side, like how the way those who already set up, so just take a screenshot. वो अपना स्क्रीनशॉट दे सकते हैं कि मैंने सेट कर लिया, बट जिन्होंने नहीं किया है, दैट इज वन. दूसरा, प्रिवेसी. ध्यान देने की बात ये, प्रिवेसी मेट एंड द गुड वेपन. आपने फ्रेंड्स ऑफ फ्रेंड, आपने पब्लिक, आपने ओनली मी, ये आपकी चॉइस होती है. अगर वो मिसयूज हुई, दैट इज देन नो पुलिस, नो लॉ एनफोर्समेंट, नो नथिंग, नोबडी इज, ओनली यू रिस्पॉन्सिबल. सो यू शुड नो एग्जैक्टली द प्रॉपर यूसेज ऑफ प्रिवेसी. कोई इमेज आप पब्लिकली दिखाना चाहते हैं, कोई कंटेंट आप पब्लिकली रिसर्च पेपर शो करना चाहते हैं, कोई कॉपी पेस्ट नहीं है, ऐसा कुछ इशू नहीं है, कॉपीराइट नहीं है, दैट इज फाइन. बट अगर उससे आपको हार्म हो सकता है, impersonation theft, identity theft कुछ हो सकता है, तो दैट इज वेरी क्लियर. सो privacy perspective also you should know about the part, about the content. So that is the topics. You can create a small report, 1 to 3 page report, and with the help of your board members, आपके जो कॉलेज में, आप उनके थ्रू आप अपनी रिपोर्ट सबमिट कर सकते हैं. That is the thing from my side. That is my credentials in front of you. If you want to see, update, anything which you'd like to ask or discuss, you'll feel free to use these credentials. So that is there. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Moving on to the question and answer session, the attendees can ask any query they have regarding the session, and everyone can put their doubts in the comment section. So the first question we have is, what is the best current hash cracking password tools except Hashcat?
Excuse me, sir, you aren't audible.
Oh, sorry. Okay. So that is a good question generally asked regarding this. First of all, it is very important to know regarding why not Hashcat, or why other like John the Ripper, Medusa, and or any other Rambo cracking or any hash cracking tools are there. End of the day, by cracking anything, it's required GPUs basically to crack something. So end of the day, the high-end machines are required. You can use any tool for the same thing. So John the Ripper is there, Brutus is there, जो जनरली यूज करते हैं. ऑनलाइन बेस्ड अलग कंसर्न है, टैबलो के भी टूल्स हैं बेसिकली जो यूज की जा सकती हैं. दैट इज देयर.
Thank you,
पेस्ट
sir.
बिन साइट्स सर, बेसिकली पेस्ट बिन साइट्स आर जनरली जो लीक्स होते हैं, जैसे जैसे बहुत सारे ऐसे वेबसाइट्स हैं जो पब्लिकली डेटा को लीक करते हैं. अगर आप मेरी स्क्रीन देख पा रहे हैं तो मैं आपको एक लाइव डायरेक्टली दिखा देता हूँ. जैसे दिस इज पेस्ट बिन वेबसाइट. ओके, यू कैन सी माय स्क्रीन. So there is a
Yes, sir.
pastebin simple. So that is there pastebin.com. And here if you want to search anything which is there for the same thing and a public platform, like you want to search अगर आपने साइट मेंशन किया कि pastebin.com, आपने गूगल किया कि आपको फेसबुक के बारे में कुछ चाहिए, सपोज करो साइट password. So normally you can see here in every result in front of you, like the site is pastebin.com, pastebin.com, pastebin.com. But कहीं ना कहीं मैंने एक पासवर्ड वर्ड यूज किया है. तो जब you open this particular first link, for example, तो it will show the link which is showing वो the password, जहाँ पे उसको पासवर्ड जैसी कोई चीज मिली. तो दैट इज द वन थिंग. अगर मैं लिखता हूँ कुछ और, जैसे पासवर्ड के अलावा मैंने चेक किया कि आई नीड टू चेक अदर लिंक लाइक like this, for example, this is there, this is there. So sometime it can give some those information which is publicly leaked, which is we have seen, like ये तो ऐसा ही है. So पेज में ऐसे लीक्स वेबसाइट्स होती हैं जनरली जो यूज करते हैं ऑनलाइन शेयर करने के लिए, और ये टेक डाउन भी हो जाती हैं, और ऐसे कंटेंट है जो रियली हेल्प करती हैं फाइंड करने के लिए कोई लीक्स अगर ऐसा पब्लिकली होता है तो.
So the next question is, can
We
we
have
know
another
your
question, sir. Can we know your experience doing open source intelligence, OSINT research?
बिल्कुल यार, हम तो हर दिन कुछ ना कुछ सीखते रहते हैं, और ओशन में इतनी सारी चीज़ें आती हैं, इतनी सारी केस स्टडीज आती हैं, वी हैव टू रीड, एंड आई एम फ्रैंकली सेइंग OSINT really play important thing. From my experience, I started my career by researching something always, but when I got to know कि yes, we have to focus something on forensics and cyber intelligence and investigating terrorism activities, तो मैं यही कहूँगा कि जितना लर्निंग आप करते हो उतना बेटर है. तो लेट्स टेक अ सिंपल एग्जांपल. From my perspective, I want to study, suppose which is not of my bucket, मेरे एरिया मेरे फोर्टे में नहीं है, जैसे सपोज कॉर्पोरेट इंटेलिजेंस. So OSINT can help me to search, analyze, identify, or explore or research into corporate intelligence based content through internet. So there I will use OSINT part as well. Second, investigation perspective, definitely it would help. Definitely it will help, like suppose a person may be available on YouTube and he is not available on anywhere, but YouTube में अगर अवेलेबल है तो कोई ना कोई उसकी email ID हो सकती है. Second, maybe he post some comment, and that comment he may add his username or some sort of other information which is linking with something else. So that idea, that information, that is the thing which really help for the same thing. So that is the practical experience perspective things are here. Like today's session, I have moreover covered about the snapshots and the theoretical part, but the fundamental comes when you use yourself with these links in your manner. Like आप खुद check कीजिए अपना content के बारे में practically, then you'll get to know exactly the power of OSINT for the same thing.
Thank you, sir.
So with that, we come to an end with our question and answer session. I hope everyone's doubts are clear.
Last question was very good. क्या question था? Please pop up once again, sir. This is sir, can suggest us a cyber criminal investigation sample using OSINT. Yes, definitely. I have shown you some case studies in my presentation, which was like जैसे एक VPN वाला था, VPN को बस्ट किया गया वन. एक ऑपरेशन था जिसको यूरोपोल ने जॉइंट इन्वेस्टिगेशन में बस्ट किया. आप ध्यान दीजिए, साइबर क्राइम बेस्ड क्रिमिनल इन्वेस्टिगेशन में OSINT में I told you website can give some information, the information which you can use to attribute it, that is forensics or that is manual thing, that is again it is required. So the question here is like practical exposure with the same, that may help to read the case studies of all the concerned. एग्जाम्पल लीजिए, जैसे रिसेंटली मैंने एग्जाम्पल दिया महाराष्ट्र बेस्ड केस विच वाज अबाउट अ नार्को केस. थिंक, डज ही पोस्ट समथिंग ऑन इंटरनेट? रीड अबाउट सिल्क रोड बेस्ड केस कि वो कैसे पकड़ा गया, क्या लीक हुआ, क्या उसने कुछ ईमेल आईडी लीक की थी कहीं पे, पेमेंट गेटवे में कहीं अपना ब्लॉकचेन एड्रेस दे दिया था. तो कोई ना कोई ऐसे लिंकेजेस होती हैं. सो आई एम टेलिंग यू इज अ लुकार्ड्स एक्सचेंज बाबा की तरह से, कि अगर आपको एग्जैक्टली या मालूम है कि कहीं ना कहीं ट्रेसेस लीव या लेफ्ट हो सकते हैं, अगर वो लेफ्ट या लीव या जो भी ट्रेसेस हैं अगर आप फाइंड कर लिए, दैट विल रियली हेल्प फॉर द इन्वेस्टिगेशन इन OSINT एज वेल. सो दैट इज योर ड्यूटी, एंड आई एम टेलिंग यू It's a self-learning, practical experience-based OSINT consent. There's nothing like expertise of a person who is good into this. As much as you read with the tool, with the manual, then this is helpful. So read case studies. That is the clear answer for the same.
Thank you, sir. So, yeah, we have come to an end with our Q&A session, and I hope everyone's doubts are cleared out. And we have now come to an end to this insightful session. We'd like to thank Dr. Deepak Kumar for joining us today and enlightening the participants through this interesting workshop, despite his busy schedule.
Thank you, sir. We'd now like to present you with a small token of gratitude. Thank you for being a part of Epsilon 2022.
Thank you so much once again. I'm really humbled and deeply humbled actually, and I've just tried to share my knowledge and not only sharing knowledge, it's taking knowledge actually. So that is good for me. And thank you once again to all of the people, specifically the participant who are listening me, जिन्होंने मुझे सुना और काफी देर तक सुना, and the good questions, those who ask these things. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. We are grateful to have you.
Okay, shall I leave?
Yes, sir. You
Yes.
can leave.
Thank you. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Uh, Starting from IEEE MTTS, we are grateful to have them as our sponsors for the successful execution of our event. Further, we have our title sponsor, IMFS, founded in 1997. It was the first institution in India to deliver expert coaching for examinations like the GRE, GMAT, SAT, TOEFL, IELTS, and PTE. They provide professional counseling as well as a platform with a huge and active alumni network and strong links to over 500 institutes across the globe.
Next up is Aurora Coaching. Aurora Coaching is our educational partner. It is a crypto coaching service which seeks to educate and empower people and organizations about the world of cryptocurrency so that both may approach it with some confidence.
Our streaming partner is StreamYard. On the StreamYard platform, you may broadcast over social networks directly from your browser. Before choosing the premium plans to gain access to more features, it provides a free option that you may test out. So, with this, we come to an end to one of the most incredible sessions. We would like to thank all the participants present here for attending the session, and we hope that with today's workshop, everyone has had a glimpse into the domain of cybersecurity.
Also, most importantly, don't forget to submit the given task before the deadline, which is 15th August before 11:59 p.m. and keep your spot on the scoreboard. Stay tuned and see you all at 4 p.m. for the workshop on IoT hacking. Thank you,
Thank
everyone.
you, everyone.